The officials defended President Trump's immigration crackdown and declared the nation's border security is stronger than ever. ICE Acting Director Todd Lyons urged lawmakers to tone down the rhetoric against his agents.
We are facing the deadliest operating environment in our agency's history.
Mississippi Democrat Benny Thompson.
They are reckless, creating chaos in our communities, terrorizing adults and children alike.
He accused the Trump administration of weaponizing the Department of Homeland Security. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Amid calls for him to resign, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick insisted to Congress today he had limited contact with Jeffrey Epstein.
I did have lunch with him as I was on a boat going across on a family vacation. My wife was with me, as were my 4 children and nannies.
Files released by the Justice Department contradict some of Lutnick's earlier comments about Epstein. Now to Arizona, where CBS's Andres Gutierrez is following the search for Savannah Guthrie's 84-year-old mother.
With another deadline that has passed and no follow-up contact, it raises serious questions for investigators about whether that note was legitimate, whether it actually came from whoever took Nancy or whether this, in fact, is even a kidnapping. So for now, the FBI says they need the public's help more than ever. They believe someone out there has critical information, and they are urging that person to come forward.
New survey indicates American optimism may be fading, as we hear from CBS's Jim Krasula.
The number of Americans who expect they will have, quote, high-quality life in the years ahead has dropped to a 2-decade low, according to a new Gallup poll. 6 in 10 people surveyed said they expected their lives would be significantly better in the future than today. That's considerably lower than even during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic.
New research finds about 1 in 5 children ages 2 to 19 are classified as obese. Almost 2 in 5 adolescents overweight or obese. Dr. Bill Hierman at Vanderbilt University is the lead author.
The groups that are most at risk are children who identify as Black or African American and children who identify as Latino or Hispanic.
The grocery chain Trader Joe's tops Forbes' list of the best large employers in the country. Forbes senior editor Rachel Rabkin-Peachman.
Employees feel a sense of pride and connection to the brand.
And checking Wall Street, right now the Dow is up 253 points. The S&P is up 1. The NASDAQ is higher. This is CBS News.
Real crimes, real justice. Follow and listen to 48 Hours on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
We've got Seahawks parade news and even something for basketball fans, too. We'll give you that in just a moment. But first, we've got your KIRO Newsradio real-time traffic. And we're struggling a little bit this morning to get those travel times down. Even after the peak commutes, I-5 northbound and southbound are pretty delayed. Federal Way to Seattle is 41 minutes right now. Linwood to Seattle is 58 minutes. And I am not seeing anything blocking right now. It is just volumes, and we're seeing a lot of pressure on those alternate commutes. Lake City Way is slow getting into downtown, into town as well. We've got traffic backing up on the West Seattle Bridge, 509, 99. 405 northbound is slow all the way down into 167. There's several miles of slowing now. Renton to Bellevue is about 35 minutes, and that's actually much faster than I'd expect it based on what the map looks like. There's also slowing on I-90 getting to the 405 merge, so definitely anywhere you want to go, take a few extra minutes to get there. This report brought to you by the KIRO Newsradio app. Text app to 888-973-5476 to download the KIRO Newsradio app. Listen to your favorite shows and get the latest news and updates sent straight to your phone.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Jillian Raftery. Seattle's Super Bowl heroes will be honored tomorrow with a parade here in Seattle, but it won't be their first. Quarterback Sam Darnold and running back Kenneth Walker rode a float through Disneyland Monday. Louis Allier, an Air Force veteran from Lacey, tells the Jake and Spike show that he was there just by chance.
And there were so many Seahawks. I lost my voice. We were just, in the entire game, the place was packed with Seahawk fans.
Plan for that downtown tomorrow in Seattle and plan for rush hour traffic all day. Here's KIRO 7 TV's Brandon Thompson, who says taking transit will help.
Emily Cantrell with Seafares says they're planning for up to 1 million people.
Transit, and take transit to get to transit.
We're adding service on all our modes to help people get downtown.
Sound Transit says they will have trains running every 6 minutes on the link, adding 1 Sounder train from Everett and 3 from Tacoma and Lakewood on top of the normal schedule. Also, a 3rd water taxi will be in the rotation.
Seattle Supersonics fans could soon learn if we're finally getting a team back. A new report says the NBA Board of Governors could vote on league expansion as soon as this summer, and Seattle has been named as a front-runner. Just last week, Governor Bob Ferguson met virtually with NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. His office says Ferguson offered to be helpful during any future talks of bringing the NBA back to Seattle. Need a job? The U.S. Postal Service is hiring. They've had several hiring fairs lately, and they're holding one today, specifically to fill spots for mail carriers, but also for technicians to help maintain their fleet and truck drivers. You can visit them at WorkSource near North Seattle College from 1:30 to 4 today. A quick check of your weather. Staying dry, high of 52. Dry tomorrow with morning fog. It's 40 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO Newsradio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO Newsradio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Your boy is back. Good morning, everyone, and grateful that you're hanging out with the Gee and Ursula Show. It's just me today. Well, it's not just me. I got some other people, but Ursula is going to be out today. She will be back tomorrow. So shout out to Ursula right now. But don't worry. Sophia is here. Good morning to you, Sophia.
Good morning.
Great to have you. And Nick, man, I missed you, bro.
Yeah, you must be tired, brother. You were on the road lately.
On the road. It is so good to be back with all of you. Yes, the text line. It's been, I don't know how long it's been. My man Jason in Buckley has already checked in and said, welcome home, G. The Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line, it's 888-973-5476. How much I've missed you. We got a packed show today. Ursula always say we like to have a packed show. Well, we got a packed show. We got all kinds of guests. Brandon Mebane, Super Bowl champion, is going to join us in an 11 o'clock hour, and we're going to talk Super Bowl parade. That's going to be happening here in Seattle tomorrow. So I can't wait for that. But right now, let's get to it. Top stories of the day brought to you by Pittergas Law.
All right, well, there's a devastation in Auburn this morning after 4 people were shot and injured at a youth homelessness housing building last night. 3 of the victims are women, are all in their 20s, according to a KIRO 7 TV reporting from Auburn Police Department. Police are still unsure what prompted the shooting. To tell us more details, we have who you've very affectionately nicknamed Photog Steve. Photog Steve is joining us today.
Steve Hickey, Photog Steve, good morning to you, brother.
Good morning to you. How are you doing?
I'm good. Well, first, let's get right into it. Can you walk us through, best as possible, what happened at the Phoenix Rising apartment complex on Monday?
Yeah, absolutely. So about 4:21 yesterday, call came in. Someone had found a gunshot victim. That was really all that came in on the initial call. A lot of blood, 1 victim. Auburn PD shows up. Fire gets, staged. So they got medics, they have EMTs, they have firefighters sitting down the road waiting for PD to get in there, get the scene secure, figure out what they got. As that process happens, within about 15 minutes, they find 2 more gunshot victims, kind of all different levels of messed up, from what you classify red, life-threatening, all the way down to stable.
Right.
As they start trying to unpack that, they are trying to figure out, well, where's the shooter? Are one of these people the shooter? There's a lot of chaos going on. They end up calling a mass casualty unit about the mass casualty situation about 20 minutes in. And what that does is then start setting up more transport units. They got airlift on the road. Everything just kind of starts falling into place so that they can focus on trying to figure out what they got.
Yeah.
As that happens, they start airlifting some out. Others go by ground ambulance. There is a belief that there is still an outstanding shooter. About an hour later, somebody pops up at a Walgreens just down the road off of Harvey Ave. They start sending units out there because that person is believed to have a gunshot. It is a male with blood on him. They gave a description. It starts to match. Everybody starts flying that way. By the time they get there, this person's gone.
Wow.
So at that point, again, they don't know, is that the shooter? Is that another victim? What do they really have? So By that point, Colby Crosley comes on out. He is their PIO for Auburn, starts giving us a rundown. We start confirming information. I get pictures from some neighbors on their Ring cameras of a male going through backyards and some doors, seemingly either to get help or to try and get a new set of clothes. Those come in. I confirm with Auburn, hey, is this in line with who you're looking for? They say yes. We put that out not too long after, in the 6 o'clock hour, just after 6 o'clock. A male shows up at the Apple store in Tukwila down there at the mall.
Mm-hmm.
This male comes in, says, I'm just trying to buy a phone. I got robbed earlier. I don't have my phone. I need a phone now. He's covered in blood. He's wearing the same clothing in the picture that I put out. And at that point, they don't even know about what's happening in Auburn. But the employees at Apple decide they do not want to sell this man a phone, and they call security. Security comes out. They realize this is a gunshot victim. They call Tukwila. There had been information set to all the surrounding agencies as well as hospitals, or maybe a gunshot victim. So it doesn't take too long to put this together. As they get out there, talk to him, he continues with this story that, hey, I got mugged. I don't have anything to do with whatever you're talking about in Auburn. But so far, the evidence that they have says he probably was involved. They are back and forth on whether or not this is a suspect or an involved party. However, they say everybody is accounted for. So that could mean a number of things. It could mean that multiple were shooting. They're not really clear who started, who's the aggressor, or they just aren't ready to say, based on his statements and lack of clarity, that he is officially a suspect.
We're joined here by Steve Hickey, better known as Photog Steve, out here in the world, here talking about what happened, the tragedy down in Auburn. So at this point right now, it has been 3 shootings, and there's no homicides. The gals are still alive, correct?
That's correct. One is in critical condition, one's serious, and one is in stable condition now.
So when we had this happen, we're talking about 3 women. Do they all live together in this apartment?
So that hasn't been really clear. You know, they had such a mess just trying to piece this together. Some neighbors in the area say that they're familiar with the women. They are commonly around that area.
Okay.
It's not clear if they live in there. And there's been a little bit of back and forth. PD at one point said, hey, we got called to this location, which is that housing location, but we're not sure that that apartment is part of that, or if this is just when the first caller came in, they looked around, saw a sign and said, here's where I'm at.
When it comes to, and we still don't know about the connection between the alleged suspect and the victims, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And anybody in the neighborhood, do they know this alleged suspect? I know he's been detained, but anybody that you've talked to on the ground, they're currently in Auburn, do they recognize this guy? Do they know of this guy? Has anybody reached out to you and says, hey, I know this guy?
Yeah, there have been some people who reached out. They didn't explain exactly how they're connected to him, but said, hey, I know this person. You know, what's the status? How bad off is he? It sounds like he got a wound in the arm, but nobody's been really clear how they know him. But he does appear to be someone known out there.
Before we let you go, Steve, your boots on the ground, man. You do a phenomenal job in everything that you do. It's 2026. We're into February right now. What's your vibe about gun violence right now compared from 2025 till now?
Yeah, so, you know, it's been on the decline. And I know a lot of people, when that goes out, they say, well, but look, we have 3 people right here. Mm-hmm. 2 things can be true. Statistically, we are in a decline. What has changed in the last couple of weeks is we had the first 3 weeks of this year with not much going on. In the last 2 weeks, we're banging numbers. Numbers are on the board, and it's daily now where we're getting a lot. So I haven't seen the updates on it yet, but these type of anomalies can happen. I don't know. You know, outside of it's a tragedy whenever this happens, and we can always do better. Is this a 5-alarm fire because of what's happened the last 2 weeks? I don't know yet. I think we need a little bit more time to see what's going on. But these last 2 weeks have been pretty brutal. There was the homicide and multiple shot in Pioneer Square. That was 4 total casualties there. We have 3 plus 4, depending on where he falls in this. Number of homicides. I'm at right now at Kent for a double homicide trial right now. It's a lot of death happening. Until we get the solid numbers, I don't know if we have a trend or if we have an anomaly.
Photog Steve, you guys can follow him on social media. Steve Hickey, we are grateful. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right. All right, Sophia, let's get to number 2. What you got for us?
All right. Well, we gotta, circle back to the parade because, it's on everyone's mind. The celebration isn't over for our boys as they're taking the party home.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, up to 1 million fans are expected to be at the parade.
Yeah.
And after the ticketed trophy celebration, that's at 10, which, by the way, after they put tickets up for this ticketed trophy
for
celebration.
Stadium, yeah.
I checked a couple minutes. Like 80% of it was already sold because they're free
Right,
tickets. You just had to sign up. Completely sold out already.
Mm-hmm.
But for those who don't have tickets, the parade starts at 11 near Lumen and concludes near Seattle Center. There's going to be a lot of traffic on the roads, and we're going to talk to Soli at 9:30 to kind of get a vibe of that traffic. But I wanted to ask you, G, because you'll be there. You're going to be an important part of the event.
Yeah.
What else can you tell people about the parade, and what wouldn't they know? Like, what should you do? Like, if you're a Seahawks fan, why should you make it a priority to be at
well,
this
first
parade?
of all, I'm not really an expert, and here's why I'm not an expert.
Okay.
Because I've only done it one other time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So in Seattle, it's not like we do this all the time. That's number one. Number two, here's what I can tell you, because I've already had, Sophie, I've had people text me, and some people are kind of upset about not being inside the stadium for the ticket part. And if you missed out on that, you're fine. You're okay. Because let me tell you the truth. The magic, the love is the people that are all going to be aligned on 4th Avenue when the parade starts and the players come on through. And I know that there's some that's like, I didn't go to the last one when it happened because it was really cold. And if you were there, I would love for you to text me and tell me. And if you didn't go and you plan to go tomorrow, text me right now and tell me. I think this is a great time to come and connect and just to be there, to get that selfie, to that moment, and to say, you know what, I was there. Because the truth of the matter is, I told this story on Seattle's Morning News this morning. The Chicago Bears, when I was 10 years old, they won a Super Bowl. Sophia, that was the 85 season. To be exact, it was in January of 1986. Right? I'm not the best with math, but that was 40 years ago. So that means Chicago has not had a celebration of a Super Bowl, any type of parade, in 40 years. So these things don't happen all the time. To come for that moment, considering everything that we are dealing with right now in the world, I'm not saying that a Super Bowl celebration fixes everything. No, that's not what I'm saying, because you all know there's real pain and real sorrow and sadness that's happening, and then there's also happiness. But this moment to go down there and celebrate. Some people, I know it was Charlie that said he was going to keep their kid from school to go down. Please, just go down and enjoy the moment. And like Manda Factor said, she made the comment, she said that just like this team, a group of individuals, a franchise that I believe, call me biased, not only obviously it's the world champs, the Super Bowl champions, but I just think this is the best team collectively in the NFL. You don't hear about them in the news. You don't hear about any type of problems. And so when you have that energy with a team like this, I think we're going to get the same energy tomorrow. I've never been to Woodstock in 1969. But I'd imagine that the love and peace, bro, and hugs, sister, and all that stuff is going to happen tomorrow. So I cannot wait.
Yeah, I mean, I've never experienced something like this before myself. Like I was talking about this past weekend where I didn't grow up with an NFL team, but like I have never been this hype about something before. I've never been this hype about a win. I was like really locked in on Super Bowl Sunday. So it's a really special experience. I know a lot of people are nervous about the road.
And you said Sully is going to join us at 9:30.
Sully's going to join us at 9:30. So if you have anything that's keeping you from wanting to go because you're like, I don't want to deal with the traffic. I know when Greg was on yesterday, he was like, I don't know if I want to deal with the traffic. He's going to hopefully maybe ease your mind or figure out ways for you to get there.
I'm telling you. So here's the thing about last parade. And some of you guys are texting in right now. Beth in Tacoma says that she was there. And the thing about the parade that I'm so excited about tomorrow, because every time I talk about the parade from the 2013 season, the first thing I say and remember is how cold it was. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy myself, because, yeah, I was. But I ain't going to lie to you. I was miserable. Absolutely miserable. I couldn't feel my hands, my face, and it was a time, I'm going to say something, you guys are going to be mad at me. I couldn't wait for it to be over. I wanted to finish it out, but I was just extremely cold.
Well, I think it's going to be a little bit better conditions tomorrow. And I'm going to take a wild guess and say tomorrow's attendance for the parade is going to be even bigger than when they won Super Bowl 48. Just based on the fact that we have previous generations that went to the parade like 12 years ago or so. they remember that experience and they enjoyed it so much, they're going to pass it on to maybe the kids that they have now or other family members and say, hey, man, when I went after 48, it was spectacular. So there's going to be even more of a rumor around it and the vibes, and it could be over 1 million people.
Great point, Nick. And here's another point to make. This is why, to Nick's point, talking about how many people is going to be there. If we could go back in time, to be exact, it was 2014 in February when that happened. So that was 12 years ago. Let's be real. 12 years ago, social media wasn't popping like it is now. Yeah. People didn't have all the recording devices and cameras. I mean, you had it, but you probably had something that was grainy and the videos and stuff that you had. So technology has gotten so much better. And I know that there are people who are looking forward to tomorrow to be able to say, hey, the last time I was here, some of my loved ones, right, that were there are no longer here anymore, right? So to be able to have that opportunity to do it again, because like I said, and somebody from 206 just texted in and talked about the Bears. By the way, you're right, 206. The Bears did beat the Patriots back then. But tomorrow, like Nick said, I think there's going to be crazy numbers that's going to be there. There's going to be people that's like really capturing a moment with their loved one, being able to say you were there. You take that picture of the people, and I'm talking about, I guarantee the average person, if you don't take 100+ pictures, what are you doing?
And there's going to be people who have FOMO from missing the last parade, and they're going to think back and say, oh, it's been 12 years, which 12 years is really, if you look big picture in the NFL, that's not a long time, because the Bears, for example, it's been 40 years for them. But they're going to say, 12 years, who knows when it's going to happen again? I got to go this time because I missed the first one.
Come on,
yeah, and there's going to be in the moment FOMO, people that were like, I'm not going to go to the parade. They're going to see things on Instagram in the moment, and they're like, okay, let me hop on the light rail, let me get down there, let me just celebrate in any way I can.
Take the photos, take the selfies, enjoy it with your loved ones, take a picture of this team, because you just never know.
And there's so much city unification. Like, I don't know if you saw the letter from the Seattle Police Department, but they have like a mock letter to excuse people out from school or from work so that they can be at the parade. And it's just a fun way that people are able to all unify together.
Yeah. Now, Sully is going to come up and join us, because I know some of you guys are like, hey, what's up with the traffic? Like, look, I don't know. I don't know what's up with the traffic. I know for me, I got an early call time. I got to be at the stadium at like 6 a.m. tomorrow. However, some of you guys are like, what's up with the traffic? So Sully's going to come in right now and to discuss that. We'll take a break. But before I go, 206 texted in and says, I took my son in 2014. He was 1 month old. I bundled him up. Now, his little sister is 1 year old, and I feel like I owe it to her to take her too. Hell yeah, you do. What you talking about? Yes. Yes, you absolutely do. I don't care if they're 1 year old, 6 months old, 3 months old. Y'all got to get these kids. You got to get everybody there so you got to take your selfie, and you got to say you was there. So then that way, in your family house and all that, the photos, and then 50 years and 40 years, they say, hey, Mildred, was you really there at the parade? Yeah. Look, here you go. Prove it.
If we have kids named Mildred in the future, I'm scared.
Wait, whoa. Wait, Nick, come on now. Gen Z, y'all still naming your kids Mildred, ain't you?
I mean, I know some folks named Margaret, but Mildred, that's a little...
How about Esther?
Esther, okay, maybe that's a little closer to Mildred.
I think those are going extinct, but we'll see. Okay. Maybe they'll have a resurgence. What goes around comes around. I just want
to say that you guys discriminate against names. How dare you?
Okay.
How dare you, Gen Z? All right. Hey, Sully's going to join us next. It's so good to be back with all of you. I'm so grateful for you. Welcome in back to the Gee and Ursula Show. We'll have more next. Gee and Ursula.
This is what it's all about, right?
The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60.
The pure joy.
To beat the Patriots, especially in the 49ers stadium, it means everything.
It's a great time to be alive for Seattle fans.
It's why we're 12s.
Just like Mike McDonald said, we did not care.
We got a parade to get to.
Seattle will hold a victory parade Wednesday.
We are the home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
KIRO Newsradio.
Hey, it's Jason Rance. I'm here with our local tax expert and advocate, Greg Nunn from Nunn Better Tax Resolution. Last year, the big news, obviously, was the accomplishment of the big, beautiful bill, but that also comes with some big, beautiful changes to the IRS.
There are some big, beautiful changes going on, and so many of those changes in the big, beautiful bill impact 2025. There's definitely some big spiffs in there for the ordinary working person. One thing that I'm really disappointed in is the way that things have been communicated in regards to the Social Security. It is still going to be taxed. It's not like it's not going to be taxed, but it will be, for most people, a reduction in the amount of tax.
If you're having trouble with the IRS, then call Greg Nunn. Nunn Better Tax Resolution. From stress to success with IRS Solutions. 425-947-1967 or Google NUNN. Nunn Better Tax Resolution.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
There's no championship league for small business owners, but if there was, you'd be at the top of the standings. Because going pro with Lenovo Pro means you've got the winning formation, one-on-one advice, IT solutions, and customized hardware powered by Intel Core Ultra processors help you stay ahead of the competition. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. Sign up for free at lenovo.com/pro.
Lenovo.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Jeff's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, America's #1 battery destination, where Sammy, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge. And Sammy does that for free too. In no time at all, Jeff is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Not sure how to tackle your taxes? Are you sweating the small print? You may be experiencing FOMO, the fear of messing up. The answer? Using TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They help you get your biggest refund, and then we help you do more with it, with a personalized plan designed to help you hit your money goals. It's time to take your taxes to the max. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
The team that gave me back my full head of hair, Advanced Hair, is once again the winner of the 425 Business of the Year. Dr. Parango and his world-class team begin regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. And Advanced Hair guarantees your new hair will grow, just like they did for me. Find out why Advanced Hair is the best of the best. With your free consultation, you'll receive $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. 425-449-8185 or advancedhair.com. This is Lynn. She's always been active, maybe a little too active back in the day.
When I was 19 years old and immortal, I stripped out all my ligament and I had to have 6 knee surgeries, and that's on my right knee. And then my left knee finally gave out and had a torn meniscus.
Years of pain followed until she saw Dr. Mark Wagner at Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine for stem cell therapy.
I'm 4 months out and I have no pain in my knees, and I have had knee pain my whole life. I have no concept of what it was like without pain. It's a miracle. I'm totally thrilled.
No pain, no limits.
Dr. Wagner gave me the green light to ski again this year. I'm like, that's incredible. So I'm just so excited.
After years of surgeries and setbacks, Lynn finally got her freedom back.
I think he saved my legs, so saved my knees, and gave me at least another 10, 15 years to do what I wanted to.
If joint pain is holding you back, find out what stem cell therapy could do for you with Dr. Mark Wagner, MD, at Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine. Schedule your consultation at drmarkwagnermd.com.
For over 50 years, Bucky's Complete Auto Repair has been the one locals trust for fast, friendly service with guaranteed repairs. With 16 family-owned locations and a Carfax preferred badge, Bucky's makes it easy with same-day service and available financing. Visit buckys.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit revivemenshealth.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Jillian Raftery. Police in Auburn rushed to an apartment complex to find 3 people shot yesterday afternoon. Independent journalist Photog Steve says this happened at a supportive housing complex for young adults transitioning out of homelessness.
There are 3 females who were all shot, they believe are somewhere in their 20s. All are now at Harborview. So far, there's been no fatal. Casualty does not mean fatality.
A 4th person was found outside the South Center Mall, covered in blood. Investigators are now working to figure out what led up to that shooting and who opened fire. A tragic update to a story we brought you over the weekend. Police in Olympia are now investigating the deaths of 3 people as a murder-suicide. This happened in a residential neighborhood on Saturday morning. The proposed 10% tax on Washington's millionaires has cleared its first procedural hurdle. It has faced opposition by Republicans who say it's illegal, but it did survive a committee vote. Supporters plan to rally in Olympia today, including representatives from several labor groups. You can find more on mynorthwest.com. A tense hearing in the other Washington as leaders of 3 major immigration agencies are speaking at a House Homeland Security Committee today. ICE Acting Director Todd Lyons says his agents have come under attack.
ICE exists to enforce America's longstanding immigration and custom laws. These laws are grounded in common sense, national sovereignty, and simple morality. Our officers and agents enforce these without hesitation, without apology. I ask that all the members of the committee treat them with profound respect that they have earned.
Joseph Edlow is the Director of U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services.
Today, I want to highlight some of our most significant accomplishments. Ending the exploitation of immigration programs, putting American workers first, protecting our communities from public safety threats, protecting national security, and combating immigration fraud.
But California Democrat Eric Swalwell asked about the crackdown in Minnesota that resulted in 2 American deaths.
Can you tell us if at least, God, I hope at least one person has been fired for their conduct since these operations have begun? Are you telling us you can't even say one person's been fired?
Sir, I'm not going to talk about personnel actions, but we will get back to you.
Now it's time to check KIRO News Radio traffic. We are looking at a new collision on I-90 westbound on the west edge of Mercer Island. It's got a little backup growing behind it. I don't know how many lanes it's taking up right now, but we will certainly check back on that. I-5 northbound, southbound, still tough getting into downtown Seattle. Federal Way to Seattle right now is 26 minutes. Linwood to Seattle, 55 minutes at this point. Renton to Bellevue on 405 northbound, 28 minutes. Bothell to Bellevue, 30 minutes. This report brought to you by Seattle Sports. Download the Seattle Sports app to stay in the know with the latest news, scores, and opinions about your favorite teams. Staying dry today and fairly chilly, high of 52. Dry for the next 2 days and highs just in the low 50s. It's 40 degrees in downtown Seattle right now. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
I'm their conduit, and I'm glad to do it.
Why is Megyn Kelly so mad? Coming up at 10 o'clock, I'm going to try my best to talk about that and try to figure out where the so much anger is coming from. That happens at 10. At 9:47, we'll do Would You Rather. But right now, you just heard my man come in. Did you change your walk-in song, Sully?
No, I think it's just whatever Nick's choice.
I mix it up for the
choice.
conduit. Yeah,
Nick is the man. Whatever he's feeling and how the vibe is, that's his call.
Sully, man, look, man. I had somebody at the gym today, and they asked me, they were like, hey, G, I know you're going to be at the parade tomorrow, but I'm worried about getting to work. And to which I said, I don't know what to tell you. So I brought in and bringing in an expert in yourself. What's up?
It's going to be hard It's going to be really difficult to get in and around Seattle, no matter what you're doing tomorrow, whether you're going to the parade, whether you're just going to the celebration at the beginning at Lumen, or whether you're just trying to go to work. I mean, I was talking to my wife yesterday. She was asking me, he's like, well, what should I do? And I was like, I'd work from home. I'd try to switch your days this week and just not go anywhere near Seattle.
So that's
number one.
Let's talk to two people right now.
Okay.
How about the first people are the people that aren't going to the parade, but they had to go to work. Let's talk to them.
Talk to your boss. See if you can work remote.
Okay.
If not, plan on everything being different. If you park at a parking garage and say you don't have a reserved space at your business, you normally park in the garage and you walk a couple, blocks away. You may not have that space. If you, go and catch light rail somewhere to come into the office, there might not be a parking spot at the light rail station at the time that you go, or the trains will be too heavy. So you've got to plan on probably trying to try to get into downtown maybe an hour earlier than you think you might, which will even be very difficult because the gates open at Lumen at 8, right? Is that correct? They're going to start closing down 4th Avenue at as early as 6:30 in the morning.
Wow.
So that's going to have a huge impact on people just trying to get anywhere, and that's 3.5 hours before the start of the celebration at Lumen. So this is going to have that kind of a regional impact. So if you're going to work, get there earlier as best you can and just be prepared to have a backup plan, because what you maybe do normally might be fouled up whenever you have, an extra 1 million people coming in to downtown, or, the people who would normally be at the office may go to the office and they could walk out and go to the parade, and they're just going to do that for a little bit.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to tell who's actually going to be coming in who may not already be here. Like, for instance, if everybody in the downtown offices who are here anyway working, they'll probably just step out. And that might be,
good point.
They may already be in their garage that they pay for and their whatever. They'll just go walk a couple blocks, take a couple of hours off. So whether there'll be 1 million new people, no, 1 million includes everybody who will probably be coming into downtown and then maybe just walking out.
Okay. All right. Now it's time to talk to the second group of folks. These are the people going to the parade, whether they're coming from your neck of the woods, from up north, or from down south, or from the east. What's up?
Boy, it really would have been nice to have.
Did you come in here with any good news?
Because I was thinking about how would I normally game plan this, because I normally do things like that. Okay. Boy, it'd be really nice if we had light rail across the lake, but we don't. So that's, that would have been something beneficial.
Yeah.
So, okay. So my thought is maybe I'm going to the parade, but I'm not going to Lumen. I would probably try to park or get as near to Lumen as I could, so that, one, the players will still be sober when they come out, and two, because I saw the bush light going, I know how those NDSU boys play, and the parade is gone right away, and then you could start filtering out while the parade is just getting going. I'm talking about getting out. I'm thinking about getting out more than I am thinking about getting in.
So your thing is getting in be easier, but what's your plan to get out?
My plan, you got to think about the plan to get out, because if you're thinking, I'll go to the end of the parade, go up by Seattle Center, there'll be less people up there. Well, the problem is that's where the end of the parade is, and by that time, all the other people behind you on the parade that have already seen the parade, they're already at their cars getting on the road, or already getting on that light rail train, or already getting on that bus.
Right.
And so you then don't want to be stuck with watching 50 trains go by where there's no room.
Okay.
Right? So you got to think about, okay, well, maybe if I'm doing that, maybe I'll just I'm spending the rest of the day at Seattle Center. Or maybe I'll walk down to the waterfront or something. Make a day out of it.
Okay.
But I would probably place myself right closer to Pioneer Square at the beginning of the parade so that I can think about getting out.
Okay.
While there's still a lot more people on that 2-mile parade route that haven't seen the parade yet. But again, that's where all the people are for the celebration. And so that's going to bring more people down to that core as well.
What about my brothers and sisters coming from the south?
Okay, well, with Sounder, they're adding more Sounder trains.
Okay.
So not light rail, but the fixed rail ones that, coming out of Puyallup, coming out of, they're, rolling right up through Tacoma and then up. They're adding more of those trains. They're adding more trains out of the north end too, the fixed rail, the Sounder trains. So that's going to be really helpful. My bet would be, if you're, say, coming up from your friends in Tacoma and you don't, I might go up and try to find a light rail station along the way.
Okay.
Maybe not Federal Way, maybe not Angle Lake, maybe the airport one, and park there and then take light rail in and then light rail back out. And so you're going to have to need a plan because, light rail is used every day for commuters, but that's probably one of the better ways to get in and out without having to search for parking. And again, with 4th Avenue closed, that's going to shut down the entire downtown.
If I'm coming, and by the way, if I weren't working and I was coming from the South, this would be the time I would not drive. I would actually jump on the Sounder. I'd do one of those things, get some friends. We'll all meet early. What time? What time should they get on the Sounder and get ready to come on up north?
I get on the earliest one I could.
Okay.
In the 6 o'clock hour.
Okay.
I don't. You get up there. I'm pretty sure the bars will be making Spanish coffees, or Irish coffees, or regular coffees. I don't know what you do. I don't drink in the morning, and even when I was in my height, I just, I'm sure they're going to be serving. So you can find some place to have breakfast, an Irish coffee or two, and then find your spot along the line.
Yeah.
But I'd get in here early, and just plan on knowing that tomorrow's going to be very chaotic, and to be okay with having your plans just getting blown up. And you just have to fake it. And then keep the good vibes while you're doing that, right? The last thing we want is a bunch of Seahawk fans who are out there sharing everything and loving everything and feeling so great. Mm-hmm. You get caught up, you get frustrated, you get mad, and then you start doing silly things. Just know tomorrow's going to be messed up.
Right.
And you just try to get there early and make it a day. Yeah. Don't try to say, I'm going to do that and then make it to my kid's basketball game, or I got a game to coach of little kids by 4.
Good point.
You're probably not making
Good point.
it.
Good
Just
point.
be like, okay, matter of fact, I was just joking with Charlie, the legislature, talk about the legislature. I go, it's a 60-day session. Wonder how many of them legislators are going to be in the parade and not working tomorrow.
I can tell you that. There's going to be a few.
I saw a bunch of
officials that's going to be down on the field.
And I'm like, well, then do we get an extra day out of them? In the
might be a 61-day legislature.
Yeah, it's funny. I saw one of the things that one of the hearings for tomorrow is already canceled. I'm like, gee, I wonder who the lawmakers are. We'll be doing that income tax, but we'll take the day off and go celebrate the Seahawks. But no, good luck. Get here early and just plan to be unplanned and just relax. Don't
go with the flow, baby.
That's pretty much it.
Do what G does every time he works. Hey, thanks, Sully.
Yeah, but don't be late.
No, G ain't never late.
Yeah.
Hey, 10 o'clock, Megyn Kelly. Now, in preparation, did you hear what she had to say? Did you hear what she said about the whole Super Bowl halftime show? Why is she so mad? Well, 10 o'clock, I'll try to figure it out. But up next, world famous Would You Rather? Gee Ursula.
Soak it in, Seattle.
3, 2, 1. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60. They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Congratulations to your Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks.
We got the best team. 12 is 1. We never wavered, man. We believed in each other. We loved each other. And now we're world champions.
And this is where the champs play. The home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
The stock market was on fire in 2025 due to AI and tech stocks. Now is the time to set a strategy for 2026. It's a good opportunity to lock in those gains and invest into a stable platform. With $8 trillion in cash sitting on the sidelines, investors are either scared or unsure where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Reutin, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares the profits with our investors. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital. Invest into our Northwest Fund, which is currently delivering 9% on a fixed rate term. It's our flagship fund for 19 years with zero investor losses. And yes, we do accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at legacyg.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at legacyg.com.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. The first few steps that I took in the morning were pretty painful.
This is Carlos.
I mean, I had been told by multiple orthopedic surgeons that there was no alternative for me.
That wasn't what he wanted to hear. You see, Carlos is an active guy.
I played basketball, and for 3 to 4 days after, my knees would just be so swollen. And now I can play basketball, and there is no swelling. There is no pain in the knees.
No swelling, no pain, because Carlos went to see Dr. Mark Wagner, MD, at Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine for stem cell therapy.
I'm just happy to be able to be out there. And then knowing that tomorrow I am not going to suffer for this.
What do you say to your friends and family who are in pain?
I say, I had horrible knee pain and stem cells really worked for me. You might want to go to Dr. Wagner, just get a consultation before you have surgery.
Consider stem cell therapy with Dr. Mark Wagner, MD, at Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine. Schedule your consultation at drmarkwagnermd.com.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it today at carsforkids.org. Your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call 1-877-CARS4KIDS to donate your car today. That's cars with a K.
Progressive Insurance knows pets, and one of the biggest differences between people and pets is that we don't eat things off the floor. But dogs definitely will, and it makes them so happy, no matter what it looks like, smells like, or what state of decomposition it's in. We all want to go through life that carefree, and that's also why you should get Progressive Pet Insurance, because they eat things off the floor. So protect your pet from all the questionable life decisions they make. You know where they drink from when you're gone, right? Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
Compassion, communication, results. That's Pendergast Law Personal Injury Lawyers. Go to pendergastlaw.com. That's pendergastlaw.com.
No, Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly did not like the halftime show. Megyn Kelly and others that we found out were inconvenienced for 17 minutes. At 10 o'clock, let's break this down. Let's talk about why she's so mad. We'll do that at 10. But right now, world famous game called Would You Rather. Let's get to it. Would you rather go to the Super Bowl in person or go to the Olympics? Sophia?
Oh, the Olympics, I think. I mean, the Super Bowl, it seems like it was an incredible experience, but the Olympics, think about all the different people you'd meet.
Yeah.
It's a world event. It's a different country every year.
Okay. For some reason, I didn't think you'd say Olympics.
Really? No, yeah. I'd love to go to the Olympics.
All right. Nick. Olympics or Super Bowl?
Well, Sophia did bring up a good point where you're traveling internationally with the Olympics, but I'll go the other way, and I would rather go to a Super Bowl just because I've been watching them every year for almost my whole life, and I'm way more familiar with the game than if I were to go to the Olympics. I wouldn't really know where to go or which event to watch or what I'm watching or what's going on, so I'd feel way more at home in my element if I went to the Super Bowl.
Agree.
See, I don't know. I think that's what would make it fun. Like, I'd love to just randomly stumble upon, like, curling and be like, you know what? Or, like, my favorite thing from Summer Olympics was, like, watching, like, Snoop Dogg narrate the equestrian riding. Like, just narrate a sport.
I thought that was awful.
Look into look into a sport you know nothing about and just kind of hop around, learn something new.
That sounds terrible. And you just heard what Nick says. I want to go where I know. I don't want to spend the majority of my trip with the Olympics like, hey, can you explain this to me? Curling looks good on TV, but now that I'm here, what are the rules? I don't want to know the rules
I'm
of curling.
basically doing that during football games anyway. So for me, it keeps it interesting.
You know what? You're right. Wait a minute. Ernie and Kent just texted in and said Olympics all day. All right, here's the next one. Would you rather watch the halftime show? You can only pick one. The halftime show or watch every single commercial. Super Bowl commercial. What would you rather watch? You only have a choice. So when you tune in, you can only either watch the halftime show or the Super Bowl commercials. Jacob, you're here today. What do you got? By the way, Jacob he's the big boss of all the producers. I got to be on my best behavior. Jacob, what do you got?
Well, if my voice can survive through this segment, I would, if you'd asked me, maybe even 3 to 4 years ago, I'm more interested in the ads, just because you do, I felt, have to talk about the ads so often at the water cooler or whatever, whereas like hit and miss in terms of the performer and the set and what's going on there. Whereas honestly, though, that's changing for me. At least this year in particular, I had a lot more to talk about and to think about with Bad Bunny than I did with any ad, honestly.
Yeah. Now, it's interesting because Jacob makes a phenomenal point. There used to be a time where the commercials were the most talked about. Yes, the halftime show, it was cool, but the commercials were talked about. And I was at the game, and my wife is texting me, and she's like, the commercials are so bad. I guess she was telling me that all it was AI and technology and all that. So, as a matter of fact, here's what's crazy. I haven't heard anybody, I haven't seen a hot take on social media about any one commercial that happened right there. So, Sophia, which one you got?
Yeah, I would also choose halftime show. I mean, the commercials I do think are such a part of the experience, but I feel like the halftime show is what I tune in for, what I look forward to every year. And I love a good show. I love a good performance.
Yeah, it was crazy. Here we go. Would you rather have front row seats to the game or VIP passes to the post-game party? I made this one hard. Come on, Nick. I'm starting out with you, man. You want to go to the game or you want to go to the post-party?
Well, I would say front row seats to the game just because that is the moment where you want to experience everything because you're getting the game and the pregame ceremony, which, by the way, I loved seeing Green Day in the pregame this year. And then the halftime show itself was great. Jacob brought a good point up where the commercials have been kind of declining. The halftime show has been way better, but yeah. I'm not much of a party guy unless I was the guy like doing the DJ work and the music and working there. I'd be down, but I'm more of witnessing and soaking in the experience than trying to party,
All right. Sophia?
I'll be a contrarian. I'd go to the party. I mean, it seems like that's an experience in itself. Who are you going to meet? What's going to be happening?
Yeah.
What are you going to see?
Right.
I'd be so starstruck by the players. I have no interest in hanging out with them. I couldn't be cool.
All right. Now, where do you guys think I'm at on this? Which one, Sophia, do you think? You think I'd rather go to the game or to the after party? Which one you think, Sophia?
I think you're going to choose the game because you don't want to have to socialize with all those people after.
Boom. Spot on. Hey, let me share with you guys something. It's not even close. Like, look, your boy is getting ready to turn 50. Now, let me tell y'all the truth about something. The game itself, it's a lot. It's an experience. Like my man Nick said, the pregame, oh man, Coco Jones, Green Day, it was beautiful. I was taking all in, halftime show, the game itself. So by the time I got to the Seahawks after party, yo, I was so damn tired.
I was going to say, you and I are similar. Like, if we weren't working the party, we would be getting exhausted trying to figure out who to talk to and all that.
Hey, I was so tired. Hey, Ludacris was up there. Look, I'm telling you, everybody was in the front. I was in the back in the seat. T-Pain came up there. Finally, I couldn't take it. I had to go. I left and got an Uber. I'm like, I'm going back. I was just done. I was cooked. So, for sure, the Super Bowl. Hey, coming up next year on the Gee Ursula Show, look, the 9 o'clock hour was a lot of fun, I'll admit. But just conversation's going to get tough, okay? So, Megyn Kelly didn't like the halftime performance. Maybe some of you didn't like the halftime performance. I got a question. Why are folks so mad? Let's break that down. Do that next. Gee Ursula.
Soak it in, Seattle.
3, 2, 1. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60. They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Congratulations to your Super Bowl champion, Seattle Seahawks.
We got the best team. 12 is 1. We never wavered, man. We believed in each other. We loved each other. And now we're world champions.
And this is where the champs play. The home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
Olympic Hot Tub Super Smart Top Special is here. Hey, it's Ryan Roland Smith. This is your chance to save now on your new hot tub and get a free Smart Top worth $3,700. Take it from me because I have one. Smart Top is the ultimate cover for your tub. Strong, long-lasting, and ready to defend your tub against northwest weather. Super Smart Top special savings will make you feel, well, super. Details at OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
Olympic Hot Tub.
Your best source for local news. KIRO Newsradio, Northwest News.
I saw her texting, coming up to a stop sign. And so I saw the accident coming and she T-boned us.
In the blink of an eye, Crystal's life changed when she suffered a severe spinal injury.
The pain was something I had never experienced before in my neck. I got massage therapy. I saw a chiropractor. I was prescribed muscle relaxers so I could sleep. I got depressed. Nothing was relieving the pain.
Drugs, sleepless nights, and depression. Sound familiar? I'm Dr. Mark Shelley, a chiropractic physician and board-certified functional neurologist. At Sound Pain Solutions, our treatments include high-dose laser combined with spinal decompression and other comprehensive therapies to rehabilitate damaged discs. We use treatments that are non-surgical, FDA-cleared, drug and pain-free.
I was able to get off my pain medicines and I was able to sleep through the night, and that was what I was desperate for.
To learn if you're a candidate for our treatment, call us. Sound Pain Solutions, 855-996-0025 or click soundpainsolutions.com.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Progressive Insurance knows pets, and one of the biggest differences between people and pets is that we don't eat things off the floor. But dogs definitely will, and it makes them so happy, no matter what it looks like, smells like, or what state of decomposition it's in. We all want to go through life that carefree, and that's also why you should get Progressive Pet Insurance, because they eat things off the floor. So protect your pet from all the questionable life decisions they make. You know where they drink from when you're gone, right? Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Couponing. Wow, you didn't strike me as the coupon type.
Just trying to stay ahead of inflation. Gas, groceries, everything. It's all more expensive. I need to save wherever I can.
Have you tried Upside yet?
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that I use that pays cash back for every gallon of gas I buy. You've got to buy gas to get around anyway. Might as well get paid for it.
Come on, does that really add up to anything?
I've already made around $200. The extra cash helped pay down my bills, and I even had a little extra left to treat myself.
And the Upside app is free?
Totally free. easy, and the cash back is real. You can transfer the cash right to your bank account.
I'm downloading Upside right now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BOOST for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
For nearly 50 years, over 90,000 homeowners have trusted Home Comfort Alliance, including me. John Curley here. Save up to $2,000 on a new Lennox heating and cooling system. Schedule your free consultation at homecomfortalliance.com. Call the comfort people at Home Comfort Alliance.
We're the home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
KIRO FM and HD1 Tacoma, Seattle. This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kathan. Two law enforcement sources tell CBS News the FBI has been able to isolate images from Nancy Guthrie's home surveillance camera in Arizona. CBS's Andres Gutierrez has more on the search for Savannah Guthrie's 84-year-old mother.
They are operating a 24-hour command post, but at the same time, investigators have been very clear about what they don't have, and there has been no continued communication between the Guthrie family and anyone claiming to have Nancy. There is still no person of interest or any suspect, and that's where this case gets even more complicated, because with another deadline that has passed and no follow-up contact, it raises serious questions for investigators about whether that note was legitimate.
Well, congressional Democrats pressed 3 top Homeland Security officials for the first time since the administration launched the deadly Minnesota crackdown, including ICE Director Todd Lyons.
Mr. Lyons, will you apologize to the family of Renee Good for being called a domestic terrorist by the president and his leadership?
No, sir.
Why not?
Sir, I welcome the opportunity to speak to the family in private, but I'm not going to comment on any active investigation.
CBS's Nicole Skanga.
We are learning a little bit more about the rollout of an ongoing body camera program for both ICE and CBP. So we did learn that right now in the field, approximately 3,000 ICE agents have body cameras deployed. The director saying that in total, he hopes to have 6,000 in the coming week.
Well, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, facing growing calls to step down, is downplaying his ties to Jeffrey Epstein in congressional testimony.
And you've seen all of these documents, of these millions and millions of documents. There may be 10 emails connecting me with him. Probably about 10 emails connecting me with him over a 14-year period.
Some of what Lutnick has said in the past did not match up with information in files that have been released. Overseas, President Trump's push to take control of Greenland has intensified a boycott of American products in some places. CBS's Tina Kraus is in Denmark, where some people are using apps to do it.
We do boycott, but we don't know all the American goods.
To help shoppers spot U.S. products, Ian Rosenfeld launched the Matometer app.
You can now take a photo of several products and it will analyze.
It uses artificial intelligence to flag U.S. goods and suggest European-made alternatives.
And checking Wall Street, right now the Dow is up 229 points. The NASDAQ is higher. This is CBS News.
Real crimes, real justice. Follow and listen to 48 Hours on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
What Super Bowl parade organizers want you to know before you go in just a minute. But first, KIRO Newsradio, real-time traffic. And we're starting to see those commute times come down. We do have some slowing still getting in and out of Seattle. Southbound slowing looks like it just got a little bit more complicated because on the southbound part of I-5, right just south of North 145th, looks like we've got a collision blocking a lane there, and I do see some thicker backups right behind it. The slowing is pretty heavy from 145th into downtown, and we still do have our slowing on alternate routes like 99 as well. Northbound slowing has really dissipated. There is still some slowing from about the West Seattle Bridge into downtown. 405 northbound, still going to take you about 5 extra minutes to get from Renton into Bellevue because of slowing through the S-curves and a little bit on 167 as well as a result. This report brought to you by Simply Seattle. Get your championship gear at Simply Seattle, your go-to shop for Seahawks gear with both licensed and custom designs you won't find anywhere else. Celebrate the title with jerseys, shirts, hoodies, hats, and collectibles. Use code ESPN15 for 15% off your order at simplyseattle.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Jillian Raftery. Seattle is gearing up for a massive Super Bowl celebration tomorrow.
If they're not coming for the parade, they may want to avoid Seattle on Wednesday. If they're coming for the parade, come early.
That's Police Captain Mark Garth Green. 4th Avenue is going to shut down at 6:30 a.m. ahead of 10 a.m. festivities. Organizers told KIRO 7 TV they're hoping people will walk, take transit, anything but drive if they can.
So reducing the number of cars is the most effective way to help people move in and around the city.
There will be bathrooms, porta potties on 3rd and 5th Avenue, in case you were wondering. On Monday, quarterback Sam Darnold and running back Kenneth Walker waved to fans from a float at Disneyland. Louis Allier, an Air Force veteran from Lacey, tells Jake and Spike he was there along with a whole lot of 12s.
And we were chanting back and forth, Seahawks. And I tell you, it was fantastic. We were at the right place at the right time.
And Darnold is working a shift at Raising Cane's this afternoon. He'll be at the new location on University Way in Seattle from 3 to 4:15, serving up chicken and fries. It's the fast food chain's first restaurant in Seattle. Elon Musk's artificial intelligence company is setting up shop in Bellevue. He confirmed XAI is leasing a full floor at Lincoln Square South in downtown. Bellevue has become a hotspot for AI companies looking to compete for top talent. Boeing delivered its highest number of planes in the month of January in 7 years. Good news for the turnaround for that company, which is one of Washington's biggest private employers. Now getting a check on your weather. We are going to stay dry and lose the clouds this afternoon for a high of 52 degrees. Fog in the morning and sunny in the afternoon tomorrow as well. 46 degrees in downtown Seattle right now. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Good morning, everybody. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. It is so good to be back in studio. Ursula is not here today, but she will be back tomorrow. Shout out to Ursula. Nick is here on the ones and twos, of course, and Sophia was here, but I don't know. I don't know if Sophia likes working with me or not, but
a little too much energy over there, huh?
A little something. All I know, Jacob. Why did Sophia leave?
Oh, it's a logistic. It's not very interesting. I had to ask her to do something else actually, so I'm sitting in here for her.
So the world famous Jacob Rummel is here, man. A lot of people miss you, Jacob. Jacob, don't you miss doing this every day?
Yeah, there's certainly parts of myself that do miss it. Yeah, the adrenaline of a live show. I don't get to experience it nearly as much anymore.
Yeah, well, it's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Coming up at 10:30, I'm going to tell a story, and I don't even know what the story is going to be about. So ask me some questions from Super Bowl week, and whatever questions I get on the Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line, maybe I'll answer those questions. 888-973-5476. But I just want to warn you right now, because some of you all are going to think that I'm on the attack, and I'm not. What I want to do is I want to get to the bottom. I want to get to the bottom of just why people are so mad. So that's going to happen here pretty soon. But right now, let's get to it.
What's new at 10?
Yeah, so certainly we talked about it. Really, the whole station talked about it quite a bit yesterday. People had some feelings about Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime performance. One of those people was former Fox News host Megyn Kelly. This is what she had to say on Piers Morgan's show, Uncensored.
I'm sorry, Piers, but to get up there and perform the whole show in Spanish is a middle finger to the rest of America. Who gives a damn that we have 40 million Spanish speakers in the United States? We have 310 million who don't speak a lick of Spanish. This is supposed to be a unifying event for the country, not for the Latinos, not for one small group, but for the country. We don't need a black national anthem. We don't need a Spanish-speaking, non-English performer, and we don't need an ICE or America hater featured as our primetime entertainment.
Okay, what is the national language, officially, the national language of the United States of America?
I mean, English. And there's been a push for many years to make it an official,
you don't have one.
Documented thing.
You don't have one.
If you would have let me finish my comments, I would have pointed that out, that people have been pushing to make it official.
Okay,
right,
so you're trying to make official.
This attitude that you have right here is why you in Great Britain have lost your culture. You ceded your culture to a bunch of radical Muslims who came in and took over, and now it's gone. We're not allowing that here. Whether it's Hispanic, whether it's Muslim, it's not happening in the United States of America. That's why President Trump was elected. And whether it's Bad Bunny, who is American but refuses to speak English in his performances, or anybody else, we have to keep the Super Bowl, which is a quintessential American event. Football, that kind of football, is ours. They call it American football. And the halftime show and everything around it needs to stay quintessentially American. Not Spanish, not Muslim, not anything other than good old-fashioned American apple pie. There should be a meatloaf, maybe some fried chicken, and an English-speaking performer. That's what the Super Bowl should be.
Why is Megan so mad? When I hear Megan right there, now, don't get me wrong. If you're someone that says, hey, I didn't like Bad Bunny, great. That's awesome. As a matter of fact, I'll be honest with you. In my lifetime, I have never gone or seen a concert that was in all Spanish. Just so you know, by the way, this entire concert, I'll get to that in a second. It wasn't in all Spanish, but I'll get to that in a sec. But it's interesting, like, it's okay. I remember my good buddy, Dave Ross, used to work here. And Dave Ross, who remembers some of the activities that Dave Ross would go and do? Remember Dave Ross would go to the opera?
Oh, yeah.
Can I ask you guys a question? Have you ever seen somebody so mad about going to an opera and not understanding the words? Like, what is it about this performance, Megan? And anyone else. Matter of fact, there's some of you all that are texting in right now and that you're saying, hey, G, I didn't like the performance, but I don't see why people are so mad. I don't get it. So I'm going to do my best. Congressman Randy Fine from Florida took to X and said, today would be a great day to round up and deport illegals, especially those who liked that Bad Bunny's filth. All of them, no exceptions. Randy, why are you so mad? Let me try to break it down. It's because resentment is the entire engine. There's a movement in this country that isn't built on policy. It's built on grievance. The message is simple. You spend your entire time saying, you've been wronged. You've been wronged by immigrants. You've been wronged by cities. You've been wronged by women. You've been wronged by minorities. You've been wronged by universities. You've been wronged by the media. By anyone who isn't you, that's a part of this specific movement. You see, when you've been at the top of a hierarchy your whole life, equality feels like oppression. Giving others a seat at this table, it feels like you're being stolen from. How dare you speak another language that, oh, by the way, what is the official language of the United States? Correct me. Because Megyn Kelly could not get that right. You see, I believe, me personally, I believe the anger comes from pain. But instead of talking about why there is a pain, and I believe that there's a pain. This movement in this country, they want to address the pain by blaming immigrants. They want to address the pain by blaming welfare recipients. They want to blame black people in cities. They want to blame brown folks in cities. They want to blame trans kids. They just spend their entire ecosystem mad and blaming and pointing fingers. What I'm confused about, it feels like inclusion including everybody, feels like such punishment. You know, when folks were saying that Black Lives Matter, people would scream at the mountaintops that all lives matter. What happened to that? What happened to All Lives Matter? The Bad Bunny concert that was in Spanish, that entire thing lasted 17 minutes. I heard yesterday here on my own show where somebody said that they felt inconvenienced, that they're around people inconvenienced. Lady Gaga, was her performance in Spanish? Oh, did we forget her performance? She was fantastic, by the way. She was phenomenal. Oh, and also in that concert, Bad Bunny, check this out, watch this. He literally had a sign in English that said, the only thing more powerful than hate is love. Did that part get missed? How come nobody talks about that? You know, this specific movement that's so mad, that's so angry. There is a media ecosystem that feeds 24/7 outrage. It's anger. And I believe that this anger is no different than the crack rock back in the day. It's no different than opioids. And by the way, I'm not making fun of any of it. I truly believe that there is an addiction to anger. Hence the reason why, like literally, you see it here locally. You see people that spend their entire time, they just mad and angry all the time. I'm just curious, like, yo, you don't get tired? People ask me all the time, like, gee, you work so much. Are you tired? My life is good. Yeah, I get tired sometimes, but man, I'm an auctioneer. I spend a lot of time with great organizations. I spend a lot of time with the Seattle Seahawks. Did you not see? They just won a Super Bowl. Like, life is good. I got a wonderful wife that's beautiful and love. Like, how come we can't talk a lot about love? I'll tell you why. Because love doesn't sell. And a lot of these folks, a lot of this movement is hanging on anger. It needs for you to be mad. It needs to be fueled. It needs for you to have and feel like you have an enemy. Like you think the immigrants in this country are the enemy. You think that people that don't look like you are the enemy. You think someone that is non-Christian is the enemy. You think someone that's sometimes not white is the enemy. This is the only way it moves, and this is why when Bad Bunny says that, he literally said the only thing more powerful than hate is love. And still, people think that Bad Bunny is hateful. So, my question is this. If you're so angry and so mad, educate me. What am I missing? What do you love? Because I don't see it with this movement. I don't see it with this echo chamber. It's this consistent 24/7 rage. Like, I don't see, like, I get it. Like, sometimes to be mad about something that's normal. We all can get mad about something. But, man, in this news cycle, do you talk about something positive? Do you talk about how something's great that talks about everyone that is included? Why do I never see them in the community? Like, go spread love somewhere, somehow. Again, hate sells. Rage is rewarded. Being calm is ignored. But there's a twist. And here's the real twist. Because the truth of the matter is, there is a lot of pain in this country. There is a lot of small rural towns across the United States of America that have lost jobs. We are talking about job loss even in cities all the time. We have seen wages stall. People are not making the money that they need to make. We are seeing rural communities that have collapsed. But instead of blaming like corporations and or politicians and blaming policies that have really set the course for these things happening, this anger that continues is always redirected to the most vulnerable people in our country. It's the classic playbook. When in this country have we not blamed the most vulnerable? Why does that continue to happen? We're doing it in 2026. We did it in 2006. We did it in 96. We did it in 86. You want me to keep going? At what point do we stop and say, yo, enough's enough? Now, in fairness, some of you guys are going to say, well, gee, are you trying to blame Donald Trump? No, I'm not. Donald Trump did not create this hate. He gave this hate permission. He removed the filter. He made people believe that it is okay to be this way. He made people believe that if you're struggling to buy groceries, if you're struggling at your job, if you're struggling paycheck to paycheck, the reason why you are struggling is because of undocumented immigrants in this country. That's why. Because of people that are non-Christian in this country. That's why. Like, I'm just asking, like, I just don't believe that the anger is just right. Like, he has literally shown people how to be openly cruel to win. For what? This isn't just politics. This is an exact, it's like a social world where a membership card, is all you got to do is say, yep, I hate, here's a membership card. I hate, here's a membership card. Like, doesn't that get exhausting? Ask again, why so mad? Got the White House, you got Congress, you got the Department of Justice, you got the Supreme Court, you got the what is there to be so mad about? Because truth is, propaganda right now gives a lot of folks permission to be cruel. And it really is a lifestyle where anger continues to be this way. And maybe I'm missing something, but the Megyn Kelly thing, and just to say all those things and the way she used her voice and everything, why can't there be more love? Why do we choose when to do that? Why do we choose when to be kind? Look, if you didn't like the Bad Bunny, that's okay. Sometimes you don't like macaroni and cheese or you don't like potato salad. You don't go on this escapade just talking about how angry and mad that you are. At some point, we got to just stop with it. And like we said on that interview, Megyn Kelly really tried to tell people that English is the official language of the United States. That's not true. And a matter of fact, a lot of this anger is driven by lies and non-truth. Because the truth is, in America, in this same place, the same place that what happens on May 5th? What happens during that time? What happens then? What happens when you take those vacations to Cancun? What happens when you take those vacations to Puerto Vallarta? The Spanish then. So wait, are you upset? Because for 17 minutes, during a 17 minutes, you could not understand something? In full transparency, Bad Bunny, I wasn't even a fan. My daughter is a huge fan. I wasn't even a fan. I didn't even know really about Bad Bunny. I do now. Absolutely love him now. Motivated me hey, I got to go see this person in concert. I got to go take some, I really been thinking about it. I want to take some salsa lessons. Being serious, Jacob.
Wow, cool.
I want to take some salsa lessons. But again, I know the text line is blown up. I said what I said. We don't have to agree on things. It's okay. Literally my own wife and I disagree. I can't believe I married a woman that eats green olives. How dare she eat the olives?
And the beautiful thing about the halftime show, Bad Bunny, if you had one message come out of that, he said that love conquers hate.
Jeez. Again, you think I'm mad that my wife eats olives? Could you imagine? How dare you? You are, the world is going to suffer because you eat green olives.
What's the official?
What's the official olive?
I don't think we have one.
States. Coming up next here on the Gee Ursula Show. All right, well, you guys, I know a lot of you guys, this text message is going crazy, but do me a favor. Send me a text, 888-973-5476, and ask me a question about Super Bowl week so I can talk about something good, and that way it gives me an opportunity to tell a story. Do that next. Gee Ursula.
It's why we bake in the sun out on the berm every summer at training camp. It's why we scream till it hurts. Come fall and winter.
Listen to the 12th man.
It's why we're 12s.
And the party begins. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60.
Soak it in.
They lived up to the dark side today. It's going to go down in the history books.
Home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks. KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM.
You know, it's frustrating. You work your tail off for 40 plus years. The government takes 30 or 40% in taxes. Then they turn right around and waste it. Americans are getting fed up, and that's why they're taking advantage of tax planning. Charlie Harger here. Tax planning could significantly reduce your taxes, not just for 1 year, but for the rest of your life. Learn how much you could save in taxes when you retire with free retirement tax savings analysis from Boss Retirement Solutions. If you've saved more than $300,000, schedule your free analysis now by calling 206-210-1350. Don't pay the government one more dime than you need to. You need to call the team at Boss Retirement Solutions. Call 206-210-1350. 206-210-1350.
For informational purposes only, actual results may vary. No statement contained herein shall constitute tax, legal, or investment advice.
The stock market was on fire in 2025 due to AI and tech stocks. Now is the time to set a strategy for 2026. It's a good opportunity to lock in those gains and invest into a stable platform. With $8 trillion in cash sitting on the sidelines, investors are either scared or unsure where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rurecka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares the profits with our investors. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital. Invest into our Northwest Fund, which is currently delivering 9% on a fixed rate term. It's our flagship fund for 19 years with zero investor losses. And yes, we do accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at legacyg.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at legacyg.com.
I'm worried.
About what?
Water.
Oh?
Hot water, if you really want to know.
Water heater worries?
Worried it's wearing down.
Running out?
The hot doesn't last like it used to.
So you're...
worried.
I got a guaranteed fix.
Let me guess. A new water heater.
Right, but...
that's what worries me.
Well, worry no more.
Why?
What you need is an Apollo Plumbing water heater.
Because?
We include Wrenchy's worry-free warranty.
Wrenchy's what?
Worry-free warranty.
Which means?
When it wears out, we replace it.
No extra charge.
As an A-List Club member, you're covered for life.
For life?
For as long as you're an A-List member, you get annual life-extending water heater flushes included.
So it lasts longer.
Right.
And when it needs replacement,
you're covered.
With no worries.
Because it's Wrenchy's
worry-free warranty.
What else would you expect from the Ready Right Now plumbers?
Apollo Plumbing.
Home of Wrenchy's worry-free warranty.
What about tankless ones?
Worry-free too.
Gotta love that Wrenchy.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Thank you, Dr. Wagner. I have a really bad left hip. In fact, this other doctor's like, well, you're going to have to get a hip replacement. I was like, oh, my God. He goes, how old are you? I told him, well, you're going to have to wait a couple of years because we don't want you to wear the hip out. We want you and the hip to both go to heaven together. I was like, well, in the meantime, well, you know, try stretching, aspirin. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm in pain. I can't sleep. I could barely walk. I'd get off a plane and I'm like struggling to even make it down the ramp. I go to see Dr. Wagner. He explains to me how the stem cell procedure works. It's 90 minutes, and I'm telling you right now, I love it. So rather than surgery, make an appointment to see Dr. Wagner. It could be the game changer for you, like it's been for a whole bunch of other people as well. So whether it's your hip or your wrist or your shoulder, your knee, check out Dr. Mark Wagner. I'm telling you right now, stem cell procedure could be the answer for you, as it's been for me. You want to find out more? drmarkwagnermd.com. That's drmarkwagnermd.com.
We meet by
If you've been in an auto accident, you have the right to take your vehicle to any repair facility. Accurate Auto Body has been family owned and operated since 1994, and they work for you, not your insurance company. Your insurance company may not love them, but you will, because...
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit. Accurate Auto Body.
Cold is leaking and rats are moving and mold is creeping and water seeping in. It's hard to be a homeowner, we know.
Without American Crawl Space and Pest Services, it is hard to be a homeowner. Dave Ross here. American Crawl are the heroes to call for insulation and pest issues because in addition to their great reviews and decades of experience, they also give out the most PSE insulation rebates of any insulation company in the state.
American Crawl, the heroes you call.
Get your free inspection at AmericanCrawl.com.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 206-529-1111 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Your old furnace ain't nice, and your toes are like ice.
DayandNight.net.
Save $1,700 when you have Day and Night match your current furnace with a qualifying AC or heat pump.
Your furnace is lonely all by itself, but it doesn't have to be. With our Matchmaker Special, we'll match your furnace with a perfect air conditioner or heat pump to keep your furnace company and your home comfy all year round.
Match your furnace to a qualifying cooling system and save $1,700.
DayandNight.net.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Jillian Raftery. President Donald Trump is threatening to stop the opening of a major bridge connecting Detroit and Windsor, Ontario in Canada, saying Canada needs to negotiate a correction to a trade imbalance. Josh Kramer is a truck driver from Taylor, Michigan, and says he agrees with the president.
There's no different than that bridge, than any other business. If we start running this country like it's a business, maybe we'll have a lot more better opportunities for our people.
The bridge, which is jointly owned by Canada and the state of Michigan, has been under construction since 2018, with Canada paying for almost all of the $6 billion project. Politicians both in Michigan and over the border in Ontario have spoken out against the president's post on Truth Social. Tense moments at the House Homeland Security Committee as leaders of the three major immigration agencies testify. Here's Democrat from California, Eric Swalwell, asking ICE Acting Director Todd Lyons if he's going to resign after crackdowns in Minnesota that resulted in the deaths of 2 American citizens.
Mr. Lyons, will you resign from ICE?
No, sir, I won't.
Why not?
Because, sir, that child that you're showing right there, the men and women of ICE took care of him when his father abandoned him and ran from law enforcement.
Time has expired. You never should have gone into custody.
Time has expired.
All three agency heads asked lawmakers to tone down the rhetoric. They said the highly charged atmosphere puts agents in danger. In Linwood, police are encouraging people to report immigration and customs enforcement activities, stressing the city is committed to inclusivity and transparency. The city says it will comply with the state's Keep Washington Working Act, which restricts state and local law enforcement from enforcing federal immigration laws. Linwood's mayor and police chief also encouraged people to express their First Amendment rights to protest peacefully. Students from both Meadowdale High School and Meadowdale Middle School left campuses Friday to protest ICE activities seen throughout the country. Now we're going to check KIRO News Radio real-time traffic, and travel times have been improving. We still have a little bit of a backup on I-5 southbound from about North Gateway into the downtown core, but it's only costing you about 5 minutes more than speed limit commutes at this point. I-5 northbound is a speed limit commute almost all the way from Tacoma to Seattle. I am seeing a little bit of an odd backup just past downtown Tacoma. Looks like it's from the Fife curve down south, and there's a new collision there. We'll get details on that in our next report. This report is brought to you by Closets by Design, custom storage solutions for closets, garages, home offices, and more. Go to closetsbydesign.com to see current specials or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to learn more. We are going to stay dry today and sunny as we lose the clouds. Tomorrow starting with fog and getting afternoon sunbreaks as well. High in the low 50s tomorrow. 46 degrees right now in downtown Seattle. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio Northwest News.
Hey, Hey, thank you, Jillian. You're the best, by the way. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Are we still friends? Just want to make sure. I know some of you guys says, gee, how dare you? I just want to make sure we're still friends. But before we go, I got to just ask you, Nick, do you like green olives, man?
I like any kind of olive, but green olives are good. Yeah. I'll take black olives, green olives, anything.
Man, them olives, boy, they be struggling. All right, Scenarios is going to be coming up at 10:45. And now Jacob is here. He's going to help me out because you guys got some great questions. And the one that I want to save for last, don't let me forget.
Yeah.
John in Bremerton asked, G, what was your favorite moments in Santa Clara? And John, I got the answer for you. That's going to be at the end. But Jacob,
yes,
let's go.
Yeah, a lot of really great questions. I'm excited to hear the answer. Rick the Plumber starts us off. Do you remember the feeling that you had when you first walked into that stadium?
Yeah,
that must have been unreal.
Great question. So it was normal, Rick. And they're just going to a regular game. I was going in. There's a lot of people, and the feeling it was just normal. But Rick, when I got to my seat, and I looked out, and I saw the Seahawks down there warming up, and I saw the logo, and I saw the logo of the Super Bowl 60. I got emotional right then. I got emotional when I got to my seat. And what was going through my mind? Well, one, I can't believe the Seahawks are there again. Like, that is awesome with an opportunity to win. Two, I can't believe that I had the opportunity to be there. Like, you guys know my story. And here I am, had an opportunity to cover the Super Bowl, cover the Seahawks team that I love, the organization that I love, and to be there in that moment. So, yeah, Rick, that's when I got a little emotion right there. All right, what else you got?
Andrew from Oklahoma. My question is, how loud was it really? The national coverage uses fake crowd noise, so we couldn't tell.
It was really loud. So, Jacob, I was hanging out with, I had a bunch of Patriot fans around me.
Oh, yeah.
And the first time the Seahawks got on defense, you really knew, like, oh, my goodness. So, remember, the Seahawks got the ball first.
Right.
And the Patriots were on defense. And then when it was the Seahawks, because they went down, kicked the field goal, and then the Seahawks were on defense, that's when you knew, like, yo, the 12s are here. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking, we're screaming, and the Patriots fan, by the way, he's a cool dude. We ended up getting to know each other. He says, after the first play, he says, oh, your stadium, you guys really get loud. and it was such a good feeling. So, yes, the noise was real. It was 12s everywhere losing their mind. So, yeah.
Well, I'm more curious now, too, though, about this Patriot fan that are you friends with them now? What happened there?
You know what? Great question.
Okay.
So, the Patriots fans, I was friends with them. And I knew that they would hit me up on social media.
Okay.
So during the halftime deal with Bad Bunny, right? Everybody's on their feet watching it. Well, there's like 6 Patriots fans on my left. They're all sitting down. They did not put on their lights because the NFL gives you lights to put on.
Interesting.
So I could tell they didn't like the Bad Bunny. So I actually have a video of me and I have of them. and what I said in that moment, that was the moment, and I said it to the camera, I said, this is the moment that I know the Seahawks are going to win. Look at them. And I saved that video, and I didn't post it on my social media, and I'm glad I didn't because they reached out to me, and I don't want to be uncool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to put them on blast like that, and I'm scared it might go viral.
Yeah.
And because lately, for some reason, everything I post lately has been going viral, so I want to stay away from that. All right, what do you got?
B in Puyallup, a lot of questions about food. What's the best thing you ate at the Super Bowl? And people are curious, too. How much was a beer? How much was a beer and a hot dog?
You know what? I didn't think the prices were that bad. At the Super Bowl, I had a Diet Coke. Sorry to make you guys mad. I had a Diet Coke, and what happened was, all right, you guys are gonna catch me. I shouldn't tell this story because I know you guys are gonna remember this story forever. Here's what happened. I came out. I wanted to get back in. The line was super long, right? Super long. So there was a guy that was right there towards the front of the line. And I went up to him and I said, hey, I don't care what you're getting. I'll buy it. As long as, I can buy my stuff. And he was like, oh, okay. So anyway, I bought all of his stuff. And I don't know what the total came up to.
Yeah.
But I do look at the price. The price for my hot link, like a big hot link, it's supposed to be close to a foot long or whatever. It was $17.
Okay.
It was spicy. It has some green onion, some bell peppers on there and all that kind of stuff. It was all right.
I think on some level that's crazy, but also like very much within what I would expect at a stadium.
Yeah. Just so you guys know, I was there for a whole week. I didn't really get to enjoy any food like that. And by the way, San Francisco has great food.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't have any great food. I think I was working all the time.
Oh, you're too busy for it.
Yeah, too busy. All right, what else you got?
Let's. We only got a couple minutes. Let's end with John and Bremerton's question.
Oh, John and Bremerton, great question. John asked, what was your favorite moment or moments in Santa Clara? And the one that stands out to me is the one that it'll never be on social media. Some of you all saw me interview Jackson Smith and Jigba after the Super Bowl, and it was at the house that he had, and all the family were over there. And the reason why you see that interview, and I'm asking him about what it's like to bring the Super Bowl back to Seattle, and he talks about how much he loves the fans. Well, before that interview, it's all on my social media if you want G. Scott Sr. out there, but before that, there was a time where JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba, he comes into the house, and then all the family and friends are all hanging out, Jacob. And they're hanging out, and he comes around and he hugs everyone that is there. And after he hugs everyone is there, he stands there and he wants to talk about the moment. And JSN spends that time looking out on everyone and telling them about his support system and how important that they have been, and how important the reasons why he's there. And his mom, his dad, his brother, his chef, his personal development coach, his friends and loved ones. And so then he did that. And then everyone else went around the room, started saying how proud of him that they were. There were tears. It was a moment, man. It was so beautiful. It was almost like it was scripted, but it wasn't.
Wow.
It was just naturally done. And I got to tell you, that's probably my favorite thing of all of last week, to see a young man, 23 years old. He turns 24 on Valentine's Day. He's 23 years old. He's a Super Bowl champion, Offensive Player of the Year. He has just helped bring a Super Bowl back to Seattle, and he's standing there thanking his family and loved ones for their support, telling them and giving them credit for the reason why he's there. And then the family and friends spending their time saying, we're so grateful for you and we're proud of you. That was my most beautiful moment right there. All right. I'm glad to see. I went to check the text messages and I asked if we're still friends, and somebody said, yes, G, we're still friends. Well, I love you back. All right, let's do some scenarios next. Gee Ursula.
Soak it in, Seattle.
3, 2, 1. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60. They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Congratulations to your Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks.
We got the best team. 12 is 1. We never wavered, man. We believed in each other. We loved each other. And now we're world champions.
And this is where the champs play. The home of the Seahawks. KIRO Newsradio.
Let's go! You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Here's a tale of Tina searching up and down for decent GLP-1s, but got spun around.
Till Good RX wrote in, hey, we got something new. GLP-1 prescriptions, all FDA approved.
Brand name meds, no flags that are red.
Clear pricing from the start. None of those hidden fees in your cart.
Delivered to your door or pick up same day. Darn tootin'.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
I put it to goodrx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
You know the one question that guys hate to have asked of them by their wives, Nick?
I can take a good guess.
I know you know 100 of them. This is the worst one. Do these jeans make my butt look big?
Whoa.
Can't answer that one, right? What I've noticed is whenever you ask me questions like that, I just simply say, oh, I don't know. What do the doctors at Longevity Medical Clinic say?
Well, the doctors at Longevity Medical Clinic would tell me that my butt looks great in those jeans now that my hormones are balanced.
What they do? They give you something to bring your weight down?
No, just a result of having my hormones balanced caused me to lose weight. Who would have known? I had no idea that would be a result of it.
So that's good. So the answer is you look great. You're beautiful.
I feel great. I look great.
Yeah.
And I know it.
I've also noticed that your testosterone makes you a little feistier than you normally are as my beautiful Greek wife.
I might be small, but I have a loud bark.
Yes, you do. Do what Nick and I have done. Take a free health analysis at longevitymedicalclinic.com.
So, how's your research going?
Surprising. After I figured out the top-rated TVs in our price range, I went shopping for deals.
And who's the best?
It wasn't the internet, and it wasn't the warehouse club.
But?
It was video only. They had better deals on the Samsung, LG, and the Sony TVs that got the highest scores.
Better than online and at the club?
I know! Video only beat them all. And now we can afford an even better model for the same price. My research really paid off.
If we buy it video only.
Exactly. Otherwise, we'll be sorry.
At Video Only, you won't find huge stores with refrigerators or microwaves, but you will find the best deals on top-rated TVs, soundbars, and monitors. Shop around. Just make sure you visit Video Only, because if you don't,
you'll be sorry.
In South Center, Bellevue, Linwood, Federal Way, and Tacoma, Video Only.
At Bible Law Group, our team reflects the same lessons learned by our founder, James Bible, while playing for legendary Husky coach Don James. Coach James always said it's amazing what gets done when nobody claims credit. That's the philosophy we carry into every case, because your victory is what matters at Bible Law Group. When your legal problems hit biblical levels and you feel like you're stuck in a lion's den of litigation, you need a legal team that won't back down. At Bible Law, we've secured over $40 million in settlements for our clients, and we're ready to fight for you. Find us online at BibleLawGroup.com.
For almost 50 years, over 90,000 homeowners have trusted Home Comfort Alliance, including me, John Curley here. If comfort and energy savings matter to you, now is the time. Save up to $2,000 on a new Lennox heating and cooling system. Home Comfort Alliance will replace your system with one tailored to your home's layout and energy optimization. Visit HomeComfortAlliance.com to save up to $2,000 on a Lennox and schedule a free consultation. For heating, cooling, plumbing, or electrical, call the Comfort People. Home Comfort Alliance.
Hi, I'm Justin Shirley. We offer 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 24 months on new roofs. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF now. State Roofing and Exteriors. Held to a higher standard since 1968.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. I have not scared Jacob away. He's still here. Hey, coming up in the 11 o'clock hour, here's how it's going to go down. We're going to do Agree to Disagree a little earlier because at 11:15, Super Bowl champ, top 50 Seahawk legend, Brandon Mebane is going to join us. We got to talk to a Super Bowl champion and tell us what it's like to be a part of a Super Bowl parade. So he's going to join us at 11:15, and we'll probably maybe take him over until the 11:30 segment as well. But right now, let's get to scenarios.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
I just got paid. My bills are covered. Rent is good. So I told myself to, do a little something. I said this check was going to be different. This was the one that I finally get to stack, if you know what I mean. Stack as in save money. And then I see it. The shoes that I've been waiting for. I've been watching. They're limited. They're not crazy expensive. Yeah, but they're not necessary either. I hear two voices. One, you work hard. Buy it. Two, that's why you're always broke. So I hit purchase and I tell myself I'll save the next check. And I always say that. So question for you. I need help. Is it okay? Do I enjoy my money or did my money enjoy me? 888-973-5476 is the Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line. Jacob, you get to hang out with me and go first. What do you got?
Oh boy. I mean, I feel like I'm in this position constantly, and I tend not to spend. I feel like I'm making a lot of sacrifices right now just to keep my finances in front of me. If you know what I mean, like, I'd really like to. Well, this will reveal a lot of things about me, but the big spending that I'm not doing at the moment. I'm not driving my van anymore because the headlights went out. I haven't fixed that. I'm just biking around. I should take my bike into the shop. It's winter, so the gears get a little bit rusty. I need to get those cleaned. I'm waiting out on that again, just to like these expenses add up quickly, and those are. I mean, now that I think about it, my transportation is actually very important. I probably should allocate funds to that.
So Jacob.
Yeah, sorry.
So right now, your van is parked.
I got stranded there. I realize I'm derailing scenarios.
No. I derail all the time.
On Christmas Day, the headlights stopped working while I was at my parents' house, so my sister had to give me a ride home. Okay.
So since then, since Christmas,
it's my van is stranded in Gig Harbor.
Still?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
So when you come to work every day, you actually ride a bike?
I've been biking in. I will occasionally borrow my girlfriend's car. We're a 2-car household when we don't need to be, so that's an advantage that we have, certainly. But yeah, I'm putting off shoes, certainly shoe purchases. Yeah, I suppose so, that too.
Well, sometimes, what can I say? I do like what Jacob says about putting your finances in front of you. But sometimes, don't you want to just live a little bit? Don't you just want a little something? Like, and in Jacob's case, like, don't you want some headlights real quick just so you can drive to work? It's cold outside. You're putting more wear and tear on your bike. So now your bike is going to have to go into the shop.
Fewer haircuts, which is obvious to people that witness me right now.
I see the haircuts and everything, but my goodness. So in this case, I'm going to say it's okay to buy the shoe, or it's okay to have the avocado toast or the lattes and stuff like that. Man, like, there's just little things that make you happy. Now, I'm not saying go crazy. I'm not saying go and put your vacation on a farm or Klarna. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that. But, man, you know what? If it's a pair of shoes you've been looking at, okay, give yourself a promise. Go ahead and buy that. And Adolfo in 360, by the way, thank you for saying this because you're bringing up, they want to know, can Jacob not drive in the daytime?
I can. It's so dark so early around here. I mean, yeah, I suppose I could drive my van to work.
Adolfo, thank you for that question because I didn't even think of that. What do you do? You must don't want that bad enough because I would want my girlfriend in her car to take me, leave at like 7, 8 in the morning on a Saturday when you don't have to work, and go get your van and then drive it here. Could you do that?
Yes. And that was that. There's been a couple weekends where I've intended to do that, and then I just decided to do something else.
But you're not really.
I don't like driving very much. This is the other subtext to this whole thing, actually.
You don't like driving?
Yeah. If I could never drive again, I wouldn't. I almost regret getting my license.
Wow, I've never heard someone regretting getting a license. You're just a true city boy over there, Seattleite,
I
man.
don't want to.
Save me, Nick. Save me.
Well, there's so many gifts and goodies you can always want to buy after a big payday, and it's much easier said than done, I'll admit, to save rather than spend that hard-earned cash. So if you're asking for my advice, if you already got some shoes to wear, put that dough in the old savings account or invest in anything you want that appeals you. But I wouldn't be surprised in this case if those pretty shoes draw you in a little bit too much and you whip that wallet out for that young purchase. Live a little bit, and the shoes ain't the biggest deal, big picture, but take a lesson from Jacob. Keep some moolah for the car repairs, or even maybe a bike repair in his case.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, wait a minute. Chantel from University Place says, that's the most Gen Z stuff I've ever heard. Jacob, you're not Gen Z, are you?
No, I'm a millennial. Yeah, sorry.
Hey, Jacob, I just got to tell you. You want to know what I love about you, man?
Yeah, that sounds great. I'd love to know.
I've never met a Jacob before. I mean, not necessarily the name. I'm talking about just you. Like, I've never, you're one of a kind. Like,
That's nice.
And then, you're really funny. What's that comedy stuff that you be doing on your TikTok, man?
Oh, yeah. I did a math storytelling hour a few months ago. That was really fun. Yeah.
You like that stuff, huh?
Oh God! I mean, I find it so nerve-wracking. I don't do it very often because of how anxious it makes me, but
Jacob,
I do enjoy it.
Jacob, most of the time, what do you do on your free time?
Well, I'd like to play more pickleball than I do.
Yeah.
And I write and I read. It's a lot of reading and writing.
Yeah.
You don't like to drive, but you like pickleball. That is just two polar ends right there.
Mark in the squad makes a great point. Nick with the save. Thank you for saving the scenarios.
I got you.
Thank you. All right. Coming up next here on the Gee Ursula Show, we're going to do Agree to Disagree. But at 11:15, Brandon Meebang, Seahawks legend, Super Bowl champ, is going to be hanging out with us to talk about the upcoming parade and what it was like for him to be in that parade years ago. We do that next. Gee Ursula.
The John Curley Show.
I can't wait till I get a little older, be the really crotchety old guy, getting close to being eccentric. As my mom used to say, I don't make enough money to be eccentric. I'm just middle class crazy right now.
Watch The John Curley Show live on YouTube.
Thanks for calling CM Heating.
Aren't you the company that gives away free furnaces?
That's us. Buy a qualifying high-efficiency cooling system and the furnace is free.
Wow.
Yeah, and our home comfort advisors are tax credit and rebate specialists, so they'll handle the rebate for you.
Go to CM Heating for better comfort, lower bills, and a free furnace you'll love for years. Get your free estimate for furnace replacement at cmheating.com. And remember, for furnaces, fireplaces, hot water, and total home comfort, including electrical, there's no beating CM Heating.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed. Plus free premium delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction or your money back. File today the easy way in the Credit Karma app.
You're next to order. Please pull forward.
You know, Josh, when you said you were springing for lunch, I didn't think you meant drive-through fast food.
Ah, come on, man. Money's been tight lately, and these high gas prices are killing me.
You pay full price at the pump? Get your head out of the sand and start using Upside.
What's Upside?
Come on, dude. Upside is the free app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it every time I fill up my tank.
Does that really add up?
I've already banked around $200.
That's serious cash.
Hi, can I take your your order?
Yeah, I'm ordering the free Upside app to start earning cash back on every gallon of gas I buy.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ORDER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ORDER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ORDER for a 25 per gallon bonus.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. We're the home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
KIRO FM and HD1 Tacoma, Seattle. This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Stacey Lynn. New information in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. A week after she went missing from her home in Tucson, the FBI has released surveillance images. CBS's Anna Schechter tells us they show an armed person on Guthrie's porch the day she vanished.
He's wearing a mask, covering his hands, so he was ready. He did not want to leave DNA. He did not want his face recognizable.
Jonathan Vigliotti has more.
It's unclear if these photos represent video that is associated. The gait, the way that this person would walk, that would certainly be identifiable to some degree, along with perhaps the clothes. Of course, these clothes could have been purchased for just this.
No suspects have been identified yet. To Washington now, where leaders of 3 major immigration agencies are testifying before the House Homeland Security Committee.
The officials defended President Trump's immigration crackdown and declared the nation's border security is stronger than ever. ICE Acting Director Todd Lyons urged lawmakers to tone down the rhetoric against his agents.
We are facing the deadliest operating environment in our agency's history.
Mississippi Democrat Benny Thompson.
They are reckless, creating chaos in our communities, terrorizing adults and children alike.
He accused the Trump administration of weaponizing the Department of Homeland Security. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz wants ICE out of his state and says the federal presence is causing businesses to suffer.
We just want to get back to do what we do best, normal, cook food for our neighbors, make some money, and go on about our lives. The incredible disruption that has been caused by what can only be described as a federal retribution campaign against Minnesota.
There are increased calls by lawmakers for Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick to resign because they say he misled the public about his ties to Jeffrey Epstein. Senator Chris Van Hollen questioned him today on Capitol Hill.
Did you, in fact, make the visit to Jeffrey Epstein's private island?
I did have lunch with him as I was on a boat going across on a family vacation. My wife was with me, as were my 4 children and nannies.
American optimism is way down, says CBS's Jim Crisula.
The number of Americans who expect they will have, quote, high-quality life in the years ahead has dropped to a 2-decade low, according to a new Gallup poll. 6 in 10 people surveyed said they expected their lives would be significantly better in the future than today. That's considerably lower than even during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic.
This just in, Isabella and Rasmus Rana of Sweden win the gold in mixed doubles curling at the Olympics, beating Team USA, who take the silver. This is CBS News.
Follow and listen to CBS Mornings on the go on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
We've got all the Seahawks hype and all that you should know before you go in just a minute. But first, we're going to listen to KIRO News Radio traffic, and we figured out what's going on in Federal Way, northbound I-5 over South 336th Street. The 2 right lanes are closed for bridge maintenance. We're seeing backups up to 4+ miles. And Tacoma to Federal Way, just that stretch is 40 minutes at this point. Everywhere else is looking really good and normal for this time of day. A little bit of slowing in 405. Northbound S curves, Renton to Bellevue is 23 minutes, so not too bad. Bothell to Bellevue, 18 minutes in the southbound direction. Linwood to Seattle on southbound I-5, 33 minutes. Federal Way to Seattle, 22 minutes. This report brought to you by Lake Washington Windows and Doors. It's home show season. Lake Washington Windows and Doors is giving you 20% off plus 12 months, same as cash financing. Visit them at the home shows or lakewashingtonwindows.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Jillian Raftery. From this Washington to the other Washington, 12s just can't stop crowing about the Seahawks Super Bowl victory.
Before I get started, I just have to say, how about those Seahawks?
That's our Senator Patty Murray on the Senate floor, who says she's introducing a proclamation to honor the team's win. You can do that, too, at tomorrow's parade.
Last time we won, 2014, we had about 750,000 people. We're expecting the same, if not more, into the city this time.
It starts with a trophy ceremony at Lumen Field at 10 a.m. 4th Avenue will be closed starting at 6:30 a.m. KIRO News Radio meteorologist Ted Beener has your parade forecast.
Hey, if you're going to the Seahawks victory parade, here's what you need to know. After some morning fog, expect plenty of sunshine. Temperatures will be seasonably cool, though, with readings in the 40s during the parade, reaching 50 as the parade ends near Seattle Center. Be sure to wear layers and perhaps gloves to stay warm, and with all that sunshine, be sure to have the sunglasses handy and a brimmed hat to help shade your eyes from the sun low in the sky. Have fun and be safe. Go Hawks!
In other news, another big tech name is moving to Bellevue. Elon Musk confirmed his company XAI has leased a full floor at Lincoln Square South. Bellevue has quickly become a hub for artificial intelligence companies. And Boeing delivered its highest number of planes in the month of January in 7 years.
According to the Seattle Times, Boeing delivered 46 planes last month, 37 737 MAXs and 5 787 Dreamliners among them. That was a lot more than rival Airbus, which only delivered 19. And it was also Boeing's highest January total since 2019, which was before the second of 2 deadly 737 MAX crashes. Over the past decade, Boeing's January delivery average has been 36. By the way, in December, Boeing delivered 63 planes. Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Today's forecast, we're going to stay dry with sun breaks this afternoon, high of 52. It's 46 degrees right now in downtown Seattle. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
What's up, everybody? It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Ursula is going to be out today, but don't you worry. She'll be back tomorrow. Don't worry about that. Hey, Sophia's back. Now, what happened? So I'm confused because Jacob was here. As a matter of fact, Christy on Bainbridge made a good point. We were talking about his headlights. And Nick saved the day with scenarios because right now Jacob is rolling out here with no headlights and his vehicle is still in Gig Harbor. And Christy on Bainbridge is like, hey, do we need to raise money for Jacob and his headlights? To which I'm like, look, what I look like raising money. So I need to find out from Jacob, how much money is the headlights? I'll even buy the headlights, man. So we got to the next time. So where have you been?
I've been in another dimension. You know,
Okay.
I left, I came back.
Okay.
I shaved.
I thought wait, time out. Did you say I shaved?
Hey, you know, same person.
She had a spa day while she was gone.
It's the
huh?
same producer the entire show, actually, if you've been paying attention. We've
Okay.
just had a lot going on.
Okay. All right. Brandon Mebane is going to join us at 11:15, so I hope he doesn't forget about that. So Brandon Mebane, Super Bowl champion, top 50 Seahawk legend, is going to join us, talk about the parade, because you know there is a big parade that's happening tomorrow. So, but right now, let's do a version of Agree to Disagree. Let's do that right now.
One of these days, we just got to take off the gloves. Just really go.
And by the way, Agree to Disagree is brought to you by Garden Roofing and Gutters.
It sure is. And, I wanted to bring this up because obviously we've been talking about the big game and sports have been top of our mind. But it seems that the way people are viewing sports is changing with the next generation. I know you're always thinking about the next generation, G. And according to sports reporting out of the AP newsroom, sports leagues across the board are now scrambling to keep the next generation tuned in. Gen Z and Gen Alpha aren't being hooked by TV anymore. And they're not really sitting down and watching games. They're looking at reels. They're scrolling through. And now leagues are doing the most that they can to try to get young people back into sports. Only in a morning consult poll, 20% of Gen Z adults say they're avid sports fan compared to 33% of millennials. Only 1/3 of Gen Z says they follow sports at all. And now, people are trying to get the players involved, trying to get people on social media. And as someone with a pulse in sports media, how do you think the landscape is changing?
Yeah.
Do you think something's big going to happen to keep the kids hooked? What do you think?
No.
No?
No, because it's funny that we're talking about this. I think last week I had a conversation with a professional player, and I won't name his name. We talked about exactly this. And hey, you guys want to know why Gen Z is like, I'm out? You want to know why they're not hooked on sports like we used to be? This is very easy. It's too expensive. That's why. It is now costing way too much to go to a game. In yesteryear, back in the day, before fantasy football, before sports betting became this huge thing, before the NFL got in the 80s, when I was a young kid, and some of you all are listening right now, even up until in the 90s, you could go to a game, you could get a $35 ticket. At the very most, sometimes it'd be $70, $75. You're talking now these days, right now, $300-$400 for a regular game for one ticket. It's nuts. Super Bowl. Look at the price. Look at all of the money that's involved. There's so many people that are avid fans, but they haven't been to a game. So let me just take myself for an example. Let me tell you guys why I'm a huge sports fan. And I don't think that I would be as huge of a sports fan today if when I was a kid, it cost this much money. When I was a little kid, being able to see Walter Payton in person, oh my goodness, to be able to see Michael Jordan in person, it stays with you forever. So what's happening is you have a bunch of kids now. If they're well-to-do and they come from a family that they make money, okay, those kids go to the game. And you want to know here in Seattle, you want to know who's going to a lot of these games? Correct me if I'm wrong. What big companies do we have here in the Seattle area? Oh, we have Amazon. Oh, and by the way, I'm not demonizing these companies. But the truth of the matter is there's a lot of people that make a lot of money here in this area. The median home price in Seattle areas, right, $900,000. So the reason why, I'll keep it simple, that people are starting to lose their enthusiasm for sports because it's too expensive. It's not really the sport they're paying to see. It's an event now. And that's why. Sophia, in your lifetime, how many NFL games have you gone to in person?
0.
You see what I'm saying? Like that kind of stuff. So what's happening is the working class families across the country that absolutely love it. Maybe you're Gen X right now. Maybe you're in a situation where you got to go to games, but you can't afford to take your entire family today. They should have thought about that stuff. And just so we're clear, it's on a collision course. It's going to be to the point where sports is only for the affluent. And truth be told, you want to know who the most loyal folks are? That will just love you forever? The working class. Because what happens is when people have a lot of money and they can go to those games, oh, they're not winning? Okay, I'm going to do something else.
So you don't think that a passion for a sport can just be developed by watching it on TV over the years? You think you have to go in the game? What about when, young kids grow up, they've seen American football on the TV, but maybe they're from another country and they have never, but they're in love with American football. How do you think that plays in? Do you think it just has to do with the culture of watching sports?
I think that's the curiosity. I'm not saying that they don't exist, but let's be real. What sport is the number one sport in the world? It's not, well, it is football, but it's not American football, right? So we all know it's soccer. That's what they do. So this topic makes me emotional because let me tell y'all something. It bothers me. It bothers me that a lot of people can't afford to go to football games. And I just don't like it. And every time I go to games and I'm seeing like, and this is not me demonizing people that have money afford to go. That's not what I'm doing. It's nothing about you. It's about the people who love these teams, who had an opportunity to grow up seeing these teams, right? And they don't get that chance today. And it's just something that really seriously bothers me. Right now you're probably trying to get season tickets and you're probably on the list for a long time. It's rough. So I didn't mean to go too far on this ticket, but yeah. Bobby in Tacoma says, gee, you can't get Sophia a ticket. You know what, Bobby? You're right. It's Sophia next season. You're right. I'm going to make sure you get to a game. All right, what else you got next?
All right, well, kind of in the same realm of sports, but switching gears a little bit, I want to talk about relationships and how this ties into it all. So we had a really great season for the Seahawks, won the Super Bowl, incredible experience. You were there. You were able to have that moment. Next year, we have to talk about, though, because no matter who's in the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl is happening on Valentine's Day. And I feel like that might cause some friction in relationships. So I guess the major question is the Super Bowl sacrificing a relationship sacrificing Valentine's Day for?
Absolutely. There's always some type of sacrifice. And I don't know. I mean, the Super Bowl is going to be in L.A. this coming up year, and that's going to be a beautiful thing. So it's going to be on February 14th. And if the Seahawks, let's say the Seahawks, by the way, I think they're going to be the best team next year again. If the Seahawks have an opportunity to go, then you either make it a love affair or you make it about, hey, which one should be able to go? I just want to take, since we're talking about Valentine's Day and all that kind of stuff, I got to say, this year, obviously I went down working, covering the team and all that. I got to give a shout out to my wife who really was like, hey, you go out there, you do your thing. She wasn't someone that's like, hey, so what's going on? And why can't I be at this situation? You know what I mean? So sometimes on Valentine's Day, you might be in a relationship where there's someone, not saying that my wife doesn't like football, but you might be in a situation where she likes football more than me, more than the husband. So in that case, hey, she gets to go to the game.
Sure, I mean, that could happen. But, I think for some people next year, it's going to be kind of a wild holiday. But
all right. Listen, I said that we were going to have on a Super Bowl champion, Seahawks legend. Brandon Mebane joins the show right now. Bane, where you at? I see you on video somewhere. Love to have you on. We'll have you connected somehow. Bane, can you hear me? All right.
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Are you on?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. So hopefully we connect you on the video. People are listening right now. The parade is going to be tomorrow, Bane. I'm looking forward to that. Hey, your thoughts. What was it like when you had an opportunity to be in Seattle for the parade? You guys were champions. What was that like?
Man, it's like, man, I seen one of my teammates post a video of the parade. Man, I haven't looked at it in a while from somebody's video. Man, like the hairs on my arms was like standing up, man, because I was like, wow, man, like I was like really a part of that, man. And I didn't think like the whole state of Washington was going to be at that parade. Like it was like people was on top of the light poles, people was hanging out the buildings I was like, man, I didn't even know they could even open those windows, man, in these buildings. And they was hanging out, throwing confetti, throwing roses, and throwing all kind of stuff, man. I was like, this is insane, man. What? Like, I wish I could have took it in more, but I didn't, man. I was just like, just watching, just like, wow.
Interesting that you say that, Bane. I have been saying that all day. I said that is why I'm so looking forward to this parade, because I don't think I took it. Look, of course I wasn't a player, but as a fan, I didn't take it in enough. And so to now, I am really prepared to take it all in. Okay, tell us what happens on the floats or the cars. You guys, what are you and your teammates talking about? What are y'all doing on there?
So this is what happened, man. So we played the game Sunday. We flew back the next day, Monday. We just escaped the snowstorm that happened in New York. We just escaped. So what happened was we were supposed to fly directly from New York to Seattle, and we had to make a pit stop. So we landed in Minnesota first, right? And I think they had to de-ice the plane or something. And then after we landed in Minnesota, we took back off and then headed to Seattle, right?
Yeah.
So when we was heading back to Seattle, we landed and it was like a lot of people at the airport. They knew the exit that we was taking through our bus.
Yeah.
So we took another exit throughout that went to another exit out the airport, right?
Yeah.
They didn't know about. We didn't even know about that. So we get there, man, and we get to the facility. Our cars is there, still there and everything. And it's kind of like one of them things, man. We were so and wow, we thought we had another game to play. And then I think Tuesday was our parade, right? So everything just happened just like bam, 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 bam.
Okay.
We go back to the facility and you about to get on the buses. We heading downtown to Seattle. And we just this was from my perspective. I'm like, cool, this is cool. This is gonna be dope. Was not expecting, like I said, the whole state of Washington, probably Oregon, probably Idaho, every state around it. It was probably people from Canada there too.
Right.
And man, all you seen was green, blue, just Seahawks, man, colors, and the fans was like, yes, like wow. And it was so dope. We get to the stadium and they're sizing up our rings for our hands. And I'm like, oh, damn, this is real. Like,
right.
This is real. They got a table before we go to the field because there's a bunch of fans already at the stadium. The stadium was packed like it was a real game.
Whoa.
And they called us all out individually. And it was like, wow. And then, we got on the stage and, we said we was going to be back. And we actually went back. And, yeah, man, it happened so fast, man. I really didn't, take it in. I was like, because you think you're going to do it every year, and it's hard in the NFL to do that every year.
Right.
It's hard to go back to back.
Right.
Can it be done? Of course, right? But it's so hard, man. It's so hard, man. Just take it in, man. I tell the guys, take a lot of pictures, a lot of videos. Just take it in, man.
Now, because Bane, there are some folks that are listening. By the way, I'm hearing there's going to be so many people at the parade, but then there's some people that are on the fence, I'm sure, that are listening right now. They're like, I don't know if I should go. It's going to be a lot of people. What do you have to say to them about going to the parade?
Man, I would say go, man, because this is not me hating. You just don't never know when it might be a next time where it might be another parade, right? We don't know, right? Yeah. I believe the Seahawks team can go back again the way they built.
Yeah, I definitely believe that as well.
They can, but we don't know for sure until it happens. They're built to go back and do it again. They're built to go back to back. But I would say, man, take it in, enjoy, especially if you're a fan. Because I'm pretty sure, man, school's going to be out on Wednesday. Nobody's going to school on Wednesday.
No, I think school will be...
Hey, the whole state of Washington, school is out.
Hey, I think school going to be up, but, there's the parents get to choose whether or not they bring the kids to school. So, if you're a parent right now in Washington... Man, they're not... All right. Well, Bane's cutting out like I was yesterday. So there's that. Don't worry. I'll text him later on. Hey, really appreciate Brandon Bane for coming on. Really appreciate that. And you heard what he said. You don't know if there's going to be a next time. We don't know if that's going to happen again. So Get out to the parade. We'd love to see you. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be a city of just love right there. I know. I just know it's just going to be phenomenal. A lot of people taking pictures, video, and really, really capturing the moment. All right. Hey, coming up next here on the Gee and Ursula Show, I have an idea. Maybe there's some other topics that Sophia has for us from Agree to Disagree that we can talk about. And if there's any other questions that you guys have about my week down in San Francisco for Super Bowl week, we'd love to hear that. We'll do all that next. Gee and Ursula.
Soak it in, Seattle.
3, 2, 1. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60. They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Congratulations to your Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks.
We got the best team. 12 is 1. We never wavered, man. We believed in each other. We loved each other. And now we're world champions.
And this is where the champs play. The home of the Seahawks, KIRO Newsradio.
Taxes was waiting on the refund you needed yesterday.
All right, your car repair is going to run about $3,000.
Ugh. Now Taxes is getting back on the road with TurboTax and Credit Karma, where you can get your refund up to 5 days faster and get personalized guidance to take every dollar further. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Deposit a federal refund into Credit Karma Money account and early submission of refund data by IRS required. Terms apply. Banking services provided by MVB Bank, Inc. Member FDIC. Credit Karma is not a bank.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
The team that gave me back my full head of hair, Advanced Hair, is once again the winner of the 425 Business of the Year. Dr. Perungo and his world-class team begin regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. And Advanced Hair guarantees your new hair will grow, just like they did for me. Find out why Advanced Hair is the best of the best. With your free consultation, you'll receive $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. 425-449-8185 or advancedhair.com.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like rugs. People say a rug would really bring the room together. And sure, you don't know what that means, but it sounds important. Suddenly you're using words like jute and sisal. Then you see the price and lose it because how can the thing you walk and spill on cost so much? So you devote your life to taking down big rug. But then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds. So looks like big rug is safe. For now. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed. Plus, free premium delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Hey, Brock Hewitt here with my buddy, Dr. Daniel Nelson from Eastside Pain and Regenerative Medicine. The stem cell therapy you did on my knee was a game changer. But Dr. Dan, people ask me all the time if you're seeing the same kind of success treating neck and back pain with stem cell therapy.
Great question, Brock. As you know from your experience, we've had tremendous success treating major joints like hips, knees, and shoulders, but we've also seen excellent results treating neck and lower back pain. In fact, we're the only clinic in the Seattle area offering image-guided stem cell and PRP injection therapy specifically for neck and low back pain.
How cool is that? If joint, neck, or back pain is holding you back, call Dr. Daniel Nelson at Eastside Pain and Regenerative Medicine and find out if stem cell therapy may be right for you. Dr. Dan here is the only doctor with over 30 years of experience in pain medicine techniques, including stem cell therapy. Call Dr. Daniel Nelson, MD, at 425-823-4000 or visit danielnelsonmd.com. That's 425-823-4000 or danielnelsonmd.com.
Sometimes we hang on to our old attorneys and coaches too long. They've been around, they've done good work. But when the legal game changes, you need a team that is hungry to win now. At Bible Law Group, we're that faster, hard-hitting legal team, ready to fight for every inch in the courtroom. With over 40 million closed for our clients, we know how to win, and we're ready to take on the biggest legal case of your career with you. Don't stick with a playbook that's gone stale. Switch to the legal team that's ready to win now. Let Bible Law Group be your linebacker in the courtroom. Find us online at BibleLawGroup.com.
That's another amazing run by Team USA.
Mom, think I'll be on Team USA one day?
Well,
I'll take this one.
What? Are you speaking to us?
Yes, and to answer your question, anything's possible, especially with Xfinity.
So, I can be the best snowboarder ever?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but Xfinity can guarantee that your internet price won't change for 5 years.
Okay. What if I practice every day?
Then maybe you'll be snowboarding for Team USA at the next Olympic Winter Games. And Mom, you'll still be paying the same price for Wi-Fi.
Ooh, really stuck the landing there.
It's the Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. That's a $10.99 value per month. Xfinity. Imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Actual speeds vary.
Why does it matter to members that Aetna was named a Best Medicare Advantage company by U.S. News & World Report? Because they chose a plan that gives them real support, real people, and real care. We show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when needed. We show up with access to convenient care options and coverage that fits everyday life. We don't show up for awards. We show up for you. And showing up for you is how healthier happens together.
Your VA loan and reverse mortgage experts for 34 years. Best Mortgage is proud to be the longest-running mortgage company on KIRO Radio. Get a no-pressure consultation from a real person, never an AI bot. Web search Best Mortgage for honest advice you can trust.
Cold is leaking and rocks are moving and mold is creeping and water seeping in. It's hard to be a homeowner, we know.
Without American Crawl Space and Pest Services, it is hard to be a homeowner. Dave Ross here. American Crawl are the heroes to call for insulation and pest issues because in addition to their great reviews and decades of experience, they also give out the most PSE insulation rebates of any insulation company in the state.
American Crawl, the heroes you call.
Get your free inspection at AmericanCrawl.com.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO Newsradio and MyNorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Jillian Raftery. On Capitol Hill, lawmakers are grilling top immigration officials. CBS News correspondent Cammie McCormick reports.
Democratic Congressman Lou Correa of California questioned acting ICE Chief Todd Lyons about whether the administration is keeping tabs on protesters.
Are you surveilling U.S. citizens today?
No, sir.
Those people protesting, practicing this First Amendment right, photos of them, data taken, they're not being placed in any kind of a database?
There is no database for protesters, sir.
Lyons also defended the tactics of his agency's officers, saying they will not be intimidated.
Here at home, leaders in Linwood are reaffirming the city's stance on immigration enforcement, reminding residents that local police do not participate in federal ICE operations under our state's Keep Washington Working Act. Officials are urging anyone who witnesses ICE activity to report it and emphasizing the importance of peaceful, lawful demonstrations. Nancy Guthrie is still missing. She's the mother of Today's Show co-anchor Savannah Guthrie and disappeared from her home in Arizona more than a week ago. New surveillance footage from her front porch has been released showing a masked person the night she disappeared. Rodney Harrison is a CBS News law enforcement contributor.
This is somebody that had it planned out, went after the camera, have themselves covered up, had on gloves so they don't leave prints. This is well planned out situation of a crime.
We've been following that story, and we'll bring you updates when we get it. Now we're going to turn to KIRO News Radio traffic, and I have some good news for South Sound drivers. I-5 northbound in Tacoma, it looks like the collision has been cleared or moved from 336th, and that backup is dissipating. There was a multi-mile backup from I-5 southbound all the way back to the Fife curve, but that's going away and the travel times are manageable. Tacoma to Federal Way is now 27 minutes. 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, it was 45 minutes. And it's a speed limit drive all the way into downtown Seattle until you get to the Ship Canal Bridge. There's a little bit of slowing because of construction. I-5 southbound, there is a little bit of slowing from about Northgate into the Ship Canal area, but really only about a minute or two. Lake bridges are clear. 405 is looking green on the map. And that's your traffic report. This report's brought to you by Washington Windows and Doors. It's home show season. Lake Washington Windows and Doors is giving you 20% off plus 12 months, same as cash financing. Visit them at the home shows or lakewashingtonwindows.com. We're going to stay dry and have sun breaks this afternoon. High of 52 degrees. Starting foggy tomorrow and ending with sunny and some clouds. It is 46 degrees in downtown Seattle right now. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Good morning, everybody. I was just texting with Ursula, and then Ursula wants, she wants you to know, I'm wanting you to know that she will be back tomorrow. And it's interesting, while I was texting, a text comes in from a 360. Is it the Gee and No Ursula Show today? Why does KIRO lie? What's happening? What are we lying about? 360? What do you want me to do? Do the show today and say it's the G Show? It's the Gee and Ursula Show. She's coming back. Sometimes we take a day off work. It happens. Wait, is that a normal thing? Does Gen Z take off work ever?
You know what, G?
Hey, he's showing he cares.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hey, 360, we love you. Hey, just so you guys know, Ursula will be back tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Come on now. She can't miss the parade stuff. She's excited. All right. What do you got for me?
All right. Well, since... during the last break, G was like, well, Sophia's gonna have something for me to talk about, something related to Gen Z.
Yeah.
So I do have something to talk about with you. And,
what do you got?
You might critique it, but one thing about you and I, G, we've had a lot of conversations about, our different schedules, our different lifestyles.
Yeah.
And one thing I've been very apparent about is that I am a night owl. I don't enjoy getting up in the morning. Mm-hmm. You enjoy getting up in the morning. Makes the morning meetings for me a little rough, but I make do.
Okay.
And it's true for a lot of my generation is what it's finding is that, a lot of Gen Z is more productive at night. They're more in tune to being night owls. Mm-hmm. And a lot of that people are now saying has to do with our screen time. Because we're so exposed to our screens all the time, it just messes up our sleep schedule and makes it possible for us to have to get work done more so. One research found that Gen Z study is finding that we need to do work outside of normal working hours to be productive. Another survey by Certisum and Betting in 2023 found that 68% of Gen Z fall asleep with their phone because we're just on our phone all the time. Yeah. And I want to be so real. Like for me to get up in the morning, I have to blast myself with blue light. First thing I do in the morning in order to get out of bed, I have to pick up my phone. I have to open my laptop, start looking at the news. Otherwise, I can't get out of bed. And so my question is for you. Do you think you can really blame us? Do you think the screens have just kind of done this to us? Or do you think we can rewire our brains to be early birds like G. Scott?
Yeah, I'm blaming y'all. And I'm blaming you because for some reason, there's this idea that, you need to have work-life balance. Oh, it's okay. Oh, here's a trophy. Like, I don't know what's going on. Hey, by the way, call me crazy, call me old. I have never heard anybody say, I need the blue light to wake up. I've never heard anybody say, I need the cell phone or the laptop to wake up.
Oh, I'm just being honest. Like, I just know that it's so much more difficult for me to get up.
But here's the thing, Sophia. When we were your age, Gen X and baby boomers.
When you were my age.
Yeah, we stayed up late too.
Mm-hmm.
We stayed up late. The difference is we still got up and had to go. For an example.
Maybe it's because you had those big alarm clocks that would never turn off.
They're very true. And it makes that loud noise. But my brothers and sisters that are listening that are listening right now, they know that back in our day, that we stay up late. Matter of fact, we might go out. And when we'd go out, sometimes you go out on a Wednesday or Thursday night, and you go there and they put the little stamp on the inside of your wrist, or you might have the wristband to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
We would literally go right and it'd be like, well, there's no use in going to sleep. Sometimes we felt it was harder to get 2 to 3 hours of sleep than to just go right to work. That's the difference. I just don't see and feel the Gen Z would power through and go right to work like we used to.
I think there are people that are powering through, but I also think our tendency of what we're doing is different because we have to do so much more. We're constantly on our phone. Our brains don't really shut off. We can't be disconnected from work. We can't be disconnected from the world around us. Mm-hmm. So when you're like, Gen Z can't keep going, I think we are actually going more so.
Right.
Because our brains are never off because we never have a time to rest or be away from anything.
Well, what do you think about this? 425 says, it's not the blue light. It's the adrenaline hit from phone algorithms. Mm-hmm. Would you agree?
I think that's a huge factor of it, yeah. But, I mean, for me, I just know even like the lighting of looking at my phone, even if it's just like blaring the screen open with my alarm first thing in the morning, makes it easier for me to get out of bed than if I just be like, oh, I'm just going to rise with the sun and be connected to the earth. And it just won't happen for me, especially at 5 a.m. I'm not getting up.
No. Layla just texts in and says, my son is 27 and is starting to start listening to the show, and his feedback was talked about to Gen Z more. His name is Armin. Hope I pronounced that right, Layla. Listen, by the way, shout out to all you 20-something-year-olds that continue to listen to the show. And by the way, what age is the age that most folks start listening to some talk radio or something like that?
I've been hearing a lot of names and texters who are in their 20s these days that are texting in on the show right now.
Come on now. Yeah. Come on and hang out with us from time to time. So anyway, Sophia, as much as I give Gen Z a hard time, which I do, but I always make sure I give you guys one compliment. And Nick knows, what's the one compliment, Nick, that I give Gen Z? And I remember, you do know the compliment I give Gen Z, Sophia?
You know, I'm so used to the not compliments.
Yeah.
I think you're the contrarian. You say Gen Zs are hard workers, and
No, hell no.
Oh, okay.
No. Gen Z for sure is not hard workers.
He thinks we've got it harder in a lot of ways.
Now that's true. Mm-hmm. I do think that the world is harder for you today than it was for us. It was easier, I do believe, for us, number one, especially housing affordability, just life in general. Jobs paying more back then than they pay now. I agree with that. Two, I think you guys are smarter than we were. And I think technology has done that. Y'all some damn iPad babies. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not an iPad baby.
Well, yeah, okay. Yeah,
the next generation's an iPad baby.
That's Gen Alpha.
Yeah.
Just look, we used to get Happy Meals. Hey, here's a Happy Meal in the back. Matter of fact, now these little kids, they just hand them an iPad. The iPads are raising the kids these days. So, again, Deb in the 206 says, G, I so remember dancing on Thursday nights and barely surviving work on Friday, the good old days. See, we didn't take off.
But that does still exist.
No, it don't.
It does. Thursday night dancing is still a thing today. That doesn't just go away.
Gen Z will take off because their cat sneezed in the middle of the night.
That's
and they're
what
like,
you
hey,
think. That's
I just
what
want
you
you to
think.
know that I won't be coming in. What's going on? My cat sneezed at 3:30 in the morning.
Gee, you're telling me you've never taken work off for a silly reason before?
Oh, I mean, now that you asked that, I didn't take work serious at all. Wait, well, I did, but I didn't. I don't know. That's kind of because this is my first job, really. But yeah, I mean, back then, if I took off, I didn't get paid though. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of folks is taking off,
and that's
sick day.
No, but that's still the case for a lot of folks too. A lot of young folk don't get paid, but they're like, you know what? I need the vacation anyway. I'll be broke in Mexico. It's okay.
Wait. Before we go, you just said something. Gen Z will take that trip.
I'll take the vacation and be in debt, yes.
There's a lot of young folks who just say, you know what, I'm already down. I'm just going to live my life as it is, even if I can't go up.
Myself included.
You know what? I respect that, y'all. I respect that. All right. Text messages, feedback, and then y'all know Ursula's not here, so I don't have the words to live by. So you guys got to figure it out and give me one. Do that next. Gee Ursula.
Soak it in, Seattle.
3, 2, 1.
The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60. They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Congratulations to your Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks.
We got the best team. 12 is one. We never wavered, man. We believed in each other. We loved each other. And now we're world champions.
And this is where the champs play. The home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
If you owe back taxes, listen carefully to rule number 1. Never go up against the IRS alone. They're cracking down, freezing bank accounts, garnishing paychecks, canceling passports. Even your home or business could be at risk. But here's what they don't tell you. The IRS has powerful tax relief programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. That's why smart people call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. Nobody knows these programs like the experts at Optima. Their team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $2 billion in tax debt for people just like you. The IRS is not stopping, so don't wait and don't take them on alone. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
It's the Super Smart Top Special at Olympic. Save on a new hot tub and get a free Smart Top cover worth $3,700. Super Smart Top special savings will make you feel, well, super. OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
I'm Bradley Johnson with 1-800-DUI-AWAY. Let's talk about canned cocktails. Joe's 6-pack has become Jane 4-pack. And what about those hard seltzers? Shopping for a 6-pack now is nothing like it used to be. Did you know those 4 to 6 drinks are more like pounding a 12er? Let's get serious. A typical beer is 5% alcohol. A Cosmo margarita in a can, 20%. A pre-mixed old-fashioned, up to 35%. See the problem? Sounds like an old-fashioned way to get arrested. Buying canned cocktails is like a game of Russian roulette. Literally. Beware the Moscow Mules and White Russians. Barkeep, send in more hard lemonade. So call 1-800-DUI-AWAY or go to 1-800-DUI-AWAY.com. With us, you always know what you're getting, and you don't wind up in the can.
1-800-DUI-AWAY! What a good move I made. Let me tell you a quick story. I've done a whole bunch of races and a bunch of other stuff like that, and my left hip started bothering me about 5 years ago. And I go to the doctor, and he's like, you need a hip replacement. I was like, I'm 60. Yeah, we're going to ask you to wait a little while because we don't want you to wear the hip out. We want you and the hip to go into the grave at the same time. I said, what do you do about all this pain? Well, you could, aspirin, and you could continue to do this and that and, sleep with a pillow between your legs. I was like, no, I don't want to do this. Then I was talking to Bob Stelton over there at the sports department. So he went to Dr. Mark Wagner, and I think he had his hip done as well. So I go in there. I said to Dr. Wagner, can you fix my hip? Takes a look at the MRI. Yes. So I got the stem cell procedure. I'm telling you something. This is the best. If you've been thinking about, surgery for your knee, your wrist, your shoulder, or hip. No. Check out Dr. Mark Wagner and go to drmarkwagnermd.com. That's drmarkwagnermd.com.
It's clogged again.
Your drain?
Just had it cleared.
You didn't call Apollo Plumbing.
How can you tell?
Because your drain's clogged again.
So frustrating.
We can clear that drain.
That's what the last guy said.
We'll clear it, guaranteed.
He said that too.
Apollo Plumbing will clear your drain, or it's free.
Wait, what?
Apollo Plumbing clears your drain.
Or it's free?
Yep.
What's the catch?
No catch.
Fine print?
Apollo Plumbing clears your main drain for $83.
$83, or it's free?
And we'll even give you a camera inspection.
Because?
It's the best way to find what's causing your clog.
But that's extra.
Nope, included.
No extra charge?
Not 1 cent.
$83, or it's free.
All it takes is an accessible outside cleanout.
And an Apollo plumber.
No clog is safe from Apollo Plumbing.
And just like that, my main drain is...
draining again.
How can you...
Apollo plumbers are that good.
$83, or it's free.
You call, we come.
My drain's draining again.
Guaranteed.
$83, or it's free.
As it should be.
Apollo Plumbing.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Hi, I'm Justin Shirley. We offer 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 24 months on new roofs. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF now. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
For almost 50 years, over 90,000 homeowners have trusted Home Comfort Alliance, including me, John Curley here. If comfort and energy savings matter to you, now is the time. Save up to $2,000 on a new Lennox heating and cooling system. Home Comfort Alliance will replace your system with one tailored to your home's layout and energy optimization. Visit homecomfortalliance.com to save up to $2,000 on a Lennox and schedule a free consultation. For heating, cooling, plumbing, or electrical, call the Comfort People. Home Comfort Alliance.
It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Good morning, everybody. Now, it's been a fun show today. A lot of emotion and all that. Layla says to Sophia and Nick, thank you for being honest about Gen Z. I know her heart is all for you all.
Thank you, Layla.
I mean, I don't know if they're necessarily being honest, but you're not lying.
We're being genuine.
I think we're being genuine. I'm genuine about wanting to take that vacation, no matter if I'm getting paid or not.
Yeah.
That's a genuine truth.
All right. Well, here's a genuine truth. I don't have open news, boss. So
what do you know?
You got to read the text messages.
All right. Well, on the topic of Gen Z and radio, E from Everett said, my daughter started listening to talk radio in the morning with Pat Cashman, an afternoon drive with Ron and Dawn. They're in 29 and 25. Still listen to talk radio when we are in the car or at the house. And this feels very true. I've had some friends that I've talked to that grew up listening to Spike on the radio,
right,
and they remember those moments of driving in the car with their dad. And there's a lot of people that grew up with the radio and they listen to it still today.
All right, since we're talking in my 20s, and by the way, I think if you're Gen Z in your 20s, I think there's a reason why you're more concerned with what's going on, because I think there's a lot more going on today than it was when I was in my 20s. Yo, when I was in my 20s, I was a space cadet about what was going on in the political world. Or I'm just telling you, I'm telling you the truth. You guys, the two, you and Nick, you guys are way more connected than I was. In my 20s, I was just worried about one thing: where the party at?
Yeah. Well,
when we going to the club.
What time does the club open?
Or my spinning belt buckle. What are we wearing? All right.
Right. I know. Exactly. And that's where I go back to, because we have these dang phones, we can't be as ignorant even if we want to be.
That's true.
And in that same vein, when I was talking about waking up with blue light, John in Bremerton said, Sophia, I'm a millennial and I do the same. Reading the news wakes my brain up. KIRO Radio gets me going too.
Oh. Okay.
And Doug in Mount Vernon, who always has the best suggestions ever, said, for a Gen Z early riser, try putting blue film on the windows so sunlight looks blue.
That's too much.
You know, maybe he's got the right ideas. I've never tried that, but maybe, Doug, maybe I should give it a shot.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe it'll make waking up earlier for me. Maybe mine's already messed up with blue light at this point. On the Seahawks parade, Lynn and Umanclaw said, I went to the last Seahawks celebration parade. I ended up in that weird funnel into the Pioneer Square area where it was so crowded, I could literally pull my feet up and not fall to the ground because we were packed so tightly. Honestly, a little scary. But then when you get hit with a Skittle and hear Marshawn screaming 12, it was totally worth it. I have to work tomorrow. I can't get the time off. Otherwise, I'd be at that one too.
Hey, another topic we didn't get to today, this is for you and Nick. Hey, what's more addictive, Netflix or YouTube?
Oh, for me, it's YouTube, hands down. Because you can just search anything you want. You don't have to be designated to the shows or movies that on Netflix. I'm a YouTube guy, so.
Are you really YouTube?
Oh, yeah. Any podcast clips or sports clips. Yeah, it's just instant with YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm definitely more of a Netflix gal, but I do think the YouTube rabbit hole is stronger. I think you can get down a deeper hole.
Definitely a rabbit hole. You start with one thing and you just go on a different spectrum.
like seriously, you can go down rabbit hole on YouTube for a long time.
Oh yeah,
it can never end.
YouTube is becoming a different kind of social media too, because they've got the little mini reels that you just flip through all the time, and you don't know when to stop.
Yeah, I don't know about this world. I really don't. Would you say, even for me, I've realized I don't even like movies anymore. I like episodes.
Okay.
I don't like movies anymore. It's weird. I'm becoming this whole new world that, when people are like, I don't want change, I sometimes can understand, I don't want to watch a movie because movies are boring to me. I know I'm not really, the ROI isn't there, but if it's an episode or it's one that's going to be coming on every week, like Landman, or Netflix comes out with a fresh set of shows, I'm like, yes. Matter of fact, I think, The Lincoln Lawyer? The Lincoln Lawyer just came out with another season, and I am so looking forward to watching The Lincoln Lawyer.
Well, these days it's just the world of now because we got social media, everything's so instant, so you want that quick conclusion with the episodes rather than the movie, I think.
I will say, though, if I had $1 for every time you mentioned Landman, man, I swear, You love that show.
Landman is the greatest show ever made.
Is that with Billy Bob Thornton?
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't get it. I really don't get why Landman connects me. And then people like look at me like I'm crazy. And I say things like, Landman changed my life. And nobody believes me. He really changed my life. All right, you got another text message?
Yeah, I wanted to ask about this because we got some text messages about olives. I wasn't here for that.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Wait, first, do you like green olives?
I do like green olives.
Weird.
But this goes back to this question. T in Conway said, I have a lifetime poll. Most people that like olives like dill pickles. Most people that do not like olives hate dill pickles. Try it. I hate dill pickles. I love olives.
Huh.
I'll take the pickle over the olive, though. I'm about that vinegar.
I mean, I don't know. To me, the same folks that love green olives are the same folks that love candy corn. You know what I mean? Or Tootsie Roll.
Are you saying something there, G?
I'm just saying, like Sophia or Nick, you guys are way too young to like Tootsie Roll. Do you like Tootsie Rolls?
I'll eat a Tootsie Roll. I mean, it's on my first pick.
That's nasty.
It's on my first pick, but I do have memories of eating them.
It was so disappointing if you got Tootsie Rolls in your Halloween
Yeah, it was
bag.
never the first pick, but like, you know, it's just, you know, I was deprived of a lot of candy as a kid, so I'd take whatever.
Oh, Lisa in Samama says, Gee, my husband, 58 years old, about 2 years ago said he couldn't understand how our 12-year-old daughter could just sit there and scroll for hours. Fast forward, and at least once he comes to bed super late because he got sucked into YouTube shorts.
It's the new TV, man.
Can I make a hot take?
Yeah.
I think boomers are the next generation of iPad kids. If you go out and you see a boomer on their phone, they're going to be scrolling forever and ever and ever, and they just don't get off the phone.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Soon they need the iPad because they can't see small.
Wait. Are you guys trying to say that we are scrolling more than we admit?
Oh, yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
I don't like this show anymore. All right. It's time for the good old words to live by. What you got?
All right. Well, this words to live by is actually sent in from Sandy in Kirkland. It's short and sweet, but I thought it was a great message.
Okay.
She said, die young, but as late in life as possible. It was often said by my late father-in-law who died young at the age of 90. Die young, but as late in life as possible.
Hey, love that. Nick!
Well, 2 days later, and the party vibe is still alive. While we're now anticipating people gathering to thrive, sharing victory with Hawks will bring Lombardi home to us, waiting only one more day before we ride that party bus.
Party people!
And take advice from Soli with logistics for the road. It won't be perfect travel plans, but stay in your happy mode. Just treat it as an all-day thing. You'll probably be pulling a Gen Z too. Stand up late with the adrenaline rush, so get that rest in today.
Oh, get that rest in. All right, everybody. It was a fun show today. Sophia, you missed the 10 o'clock. We got busy with 10 o'clock.
Yeah, you know.
You missed that one.
Oh, well.
Ursula will be back tomorrow, just so you guys know. She will be. And then a big parade tomorrow is happening. Hey, the Jake and Spike show, they're coming in next. Stick around. Thanks, Sophia. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate you
too,
guys.
man.
Appreciate you for listening. Love you for that. And as always, be kind.
Hope you had as much fun as we have. So long, everybody.
Upside down and inside out. I'm about to show all you folks what it's all about. Now it's time for it to get on the mic and make this motherfucking party hot. I'm taking it back to the old school, because I'm an old fool who's so cool.
The Jake and Spike Show.
I check it late at night when my wife's not looking.
Weekdays, noon to 3.
My favorite thing on my phone, which is my weather app.
First thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
On KIRO News Radio, on 97.3 FM, and the KIRO Newsradio App.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Taxes was waiting on the refund you needed yesterday.
All right, your car repair is going to run about $3,000.
Now Taxes is getting back on the road with TurboTax and Credit Karma, where you can get your refund up to 5 days faster and get personalized guidance to take every dollar further. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Deposit of federal refund into Credit Karma Money account and early submission of refund data by IRS required. Terms apply. Banking services provided by MVB Bank, Inc. Member FDIC. Credit Karma is not a bank.
Our local tax expert and advocate, Greg Nunn, understands the pressure that comes from owing money to the IRS. Don't let that pressure build. Call None Better Tax Resolution. From stress to success with IRS Solutions. Google NUNN. None Better Tax Resolution.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
For over 50 years, Bucky's Complete Auto Repair has been the one locals trust for fast, friendly service with guaranteed repairs. With 16 family-owned locations and a Carfax preferred badge, Bucky's makes it easy with same-day service and available financing. Visit Bucky's.com.
File with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. TurboTax helps you get your biggest refund, and then Credit Karma helps you do more with it. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1 Tacoma, Seattle.